Hello. How's it going? It's me. I'm going to get my hellos done. Can't believe we're starting with the bonks already, damn. Anyway. Hello, hello, hello. You're first today. Welcome in, welcome in. Apples, hello, hello. Hi, Deadhead, hello, hello. I see everybody, hello. Hey, Elliot, hello, hello. I see Burr, hello, hello. And Zed, hello, hello, hello. Oh, you. I'm fine. Like, I was not fine earlier, in the dumbest way possible, but I'm better now. Though, I'm gonna have, like, zero tolerance for people deciding to be downers today. I'm be like, okay, no, stop that. Hey, Sir Garth, hello, welcome in. Like, I'm just gonna be like, okay, no. If you wanna bring that depressing shit in here, I'm gonna have to tell you to leave. We're not doing that today. Everyone, hello, welcome in. Yeah, I am better. You know what helps? I keep forgetting that one thing that brings me out of depresso is getting angry. You know what I did? No, I did not go to Twitter. I just realized I'm really close to the fucking screen. 1 second. I just redid my settings. There. Anyway. So, I was reading a book. I think I hate literature? Like, why does everything make me so angry? So, okay, well, actually, this wasn't literature, it was, okay, I don't know if any of you guys have read the book Circe by somebody named Miller, I don't know. That book, not gonna let some books anger me. And we did debunk me too hard. What? No. Anyway, so I read Circe, which is supposed to be the biggest quotation marks, feminist retelling of the Odyssey from Circe's perspective. Circe the witch. So, it was not that. I read this, it was a 12-hour fucking audiobook. I'm like, you know what? I need to finish this book even though I hate it. You know what that book was? Okay, maybe, and the thing is, everyone's like, I love this book. It's so good. It's so feminist. It's so girl boss. I'm like, she's literally a whiny pick-me the entire fucking book. Like, Circe is a weenie baby. And like, you know, when I imagine Circe from Greek mythology, I don't imagine some whiny chick who's just like, why does my dad not like me? Why does this random guy not like me? Why does, like, I don't know, this other random guy not like me? Why do they keep choosing shallow bitches over me when I'm right here? And I'm like, why in the fuck is she like this? Like, she's so fucking whiny. Like, goddamn. But then again, I think I know, the demographic this book is for, and it's definitely not women like me. I don't sound so evil. Like, it's not like I'm not like other women or I'm not like other girls or whatever. I am very much like other women. I just don't understand why everyone's so whiny. What the thing? I didn't know because it didn't hit me. Anyway, was Cersei the one that got fucked over by Jason? No, that's Medea. Medea is a completely different character. Medea shows up in this book for like a chapter and then pieces the fuck out. But like, but Cersei is the chick that like, she was like the super side chick to Odysseus. Like, she's the one who turns his men into pigs. She's not Calypso, who's like the main bitch. Like, I mean, sorry, Penelope's the main bitch. That's his wife. Then there's his side bitch, which is Calypso. Then there's this side bitch, which is Cersei. So, this story, and I'm gonna complain about this for a while, like, buckle up. I'm gonna complain about this book. Because that's what I do when I read literature. I complain. I rarely like books I read, apparently. Unless they're like history books or like books about metaphysical bullshit. Those are the only ones I can't really complain about. But I can complain about fiction. And this thing is shitty. Like, and the thing is, it's not like it was, how do I put this? The narrative was shit, but it was written very prettily. Like, if you don't pay attention to what's happening in the book, it sounds great. Hey, Miss Barn, hello. Like, it's one of those, it sounds good if you're not paying attention, but the minute you're like, wait a minute, this bitch is a pick-me. She turned his men into pigs because she was hungry and wanted pork, if I remember the Odyssey correctly. Actually, no. She just kind of did it because she felt like it. Depending on the version, because the thing is, her island had food on it. She's the daughter of Helios. It just had stuff already there. But she didn't like visitors, and so she would just turn them into pigs so they wouldn't be annoying and, you know, do Greek men things. Ancient Greek men things. Modern Greeks are fine. Ancient Greek men are kind of known for being really bad when they find out there's no other men around. But anyway, so, you know, to keep herself from, you know, being wifed up, I guess, in the best possible way and in the worst possible way, she would turn guys into pigs. Well, she would actually turn anybody into pigs, but usually men. Because those are the ones who just pop up on her island most of the time. But like, this book is so goddamn misogynist. Like, it's like the internalized misogyny a lot of women have. No one talks about the internalized misogyny. You can't be misogynist if you're a woman. Actually, yes, you can. A lot of women are. Like, and hello, welcome in. And this book is so fucking misogynist. Just because you have a woman who doesn't, like, I think there's this weird conception that if you have a female character who doesn't end up completely useless in the end, then it's feminist. I'm like, I mean, she technically does end up completely useless, but that's beside the point. Because the author decided to, like, I can't even say Mary Sue, because Cersei's not even a Mary Sue in this book. It's so stupid. She, like, but she definitely does self-insert Cersei, where she's like, wouldn't it be great if this amazing, powerful feminist character was just a whiny bitch who couldn't live life without a man and literally chooses to die? She literally chooses to die rather than ever be without a man ever again. Wouldn't that be super feminist? And I'm like, no. Hey, Jacques Lolo. And I'm like, why is this book? Why is that? Like, and I'm sitting here being like, and I'm like, usually I'm like, you know, I don't blame people for liking it. You do you, boo. But I'm just like, I'm judging everybody who said this book was fucking good. That means that y'all have shitty taste. Or conversely, I have shitty taste. Because I'm reading this fucking book and I'm like, man, why is Cersei so whiny? You know what my favorite character was in this book? You wanna know what my favorite character was? Her bitchy sister. Cersei's bitchy sister was my favorite character, where she's just unapologetically evil. And the thing is, I've read enough fiction of this type to know what this is, you know, because they always have the main girl who's not like other girls. She's meek and shy, but she's secretly strong somehow. But she'll bend over backwards for a man who will never appreciate her. And she'll go through several men not appreciating her until she meets the one that does. And then you never really get to see how the relationship is because he dies or she dies or whatever. But the one thing that these stories tend to also have is the bitchy girl. who's either the rival, but the thing is, I can't say rival because the bitchy character never stays around long enough, but they always make an impression when they do, you know? Who, I don't remember hearing a sister of Cersei in the version of the Odyssey. I listened to her name, his sister is Pasiphae, and I don't think she shows up in the Odyssey. Her sister is actually a part of the Legend of the Minotaur, because her Cersei's sister is the mother of the Minotaur, the one who, like, you know, had fun times with a cow. Sorry, not a cow, a bull. She had a fun time with a bull. Depending on the version, it was either she was cursed to like the bull or she was into it already. So who knows? But my thing is, in her characterization in this story, is she's supposed to just be bitchy, insufferable. You're supposed to hate her sister. The problem is, her sister was funny. Like, her sister was unapologetically evil, you know? Where she's just like, look, I'm going to inflict as much emotional and physical damage upon you as I can, even if I live in another country. And I'm like, she's so fun though. Like, when you're like listening to someone complain about why do boy not like her for so long, meeting her bitchy sister who's just like, I'm gonna make your life hell, makes things really interesting. And again, maybe it's because deep down I myself am the bitchy sister. Okay, thanks, Kippy. But like, maybe I am the bitchy sister and that's why I like her so much. I don't know. But I was just waiting for Cersei to do something. And when she does, it felt weird. Like, she's like, because she, let's see, what I remember from the Minotaur story is it was a curse from Aphrodite, commanded by Poseidon to do it with the bow. It depends on the version. The one I'm most familiar with is Zeus basically cursed her to fall in love with the bull, and she's like, I gotta get some Red Bull in me. So she literally like gets like her inventor Daedalus, the guy who makes the maze, and the father of Icarus, to make her a bull, basically make her a fursuit, so she and this bull can have hilarious times. And then that's where the Minotaur came from. So yeah, the Minotaur is literally half man, half bull. Because furry stuff happened. Okay, no, furries don't actually do that, but like shenanigans happened. But yeah, Aphrodite, funny enough, had nothing to do with that story, even though she's a goddess of love. Like, when you like read enough mythology, you kind of realize that like everyone's like domain is not as concrete as you think it is. Like, Zeus be just getting up to weird shit. But yeah. And again, it depends on the version you looked at. Maybe like there might be a version where it's Aphrodite. And either way, like Cersei's sister gets it on with a bull. That's like the only part that's important, because they're both daughters of Helios, which is the sun god. So not Apollo, by the way. Two separate beings. Apollo is like a goddamn Bashonen, and Helios is like a grown-ass man. So yeah. They also have like another brother or something. Anyway, but like, depending on the version, obviously. Sometimes, usually they are at least saying, you know, the daughters of Helios by this random nymph over here. Helios has a bunch of kids. They all do. Like, everybody has a bunch of kids. But like, in the story, it's like weird, you know? Just because, again, Cersei is, I don't know. I don't like when they say it's a feminist retelling just so they can have a girl complain for several hours, you know? Zeus does weird shit and abuses his power because he is a king, and that's what kings do, abuse their power for themselves. I mean, the thing is, though, like, he's not the only one. Like, pretty much all of the gods do stupid shit all the time. Like, have you not seen the bullshit, like, Artemis does to people? Like, I mean, Zeus is definitely one of the worst, but like, he's not really the exception. He's like the rule. You know, Zeus be going everywhere. Zeus goes everywhere, and like how everybody kind of ignores how bad Poseidon is. Sorry, Poseidon. It's Poseidon. Where I come from, we say Poseidon because we're southern. But like, yeah, no, Artemis made the deer girl from the new anime. Like, Artemis be going after everybody. Like, but Artemis, Athena, like, Athena be bad too. Like, and she's like, oh, but she's the goddess of wisdom. I'm like, yeah, and petty vengeance. She be petty as hell. Like, she could turn people into spiders and whatever. Like, she's the reason Medusa's the way she is. Like, all that shit. And I'm just like, oh my god. Athena, why? But yeah, just like, I don't know, just kind of listening to this story makes me like, I'm probably never gonna consciously read a story that says feminist retelling ever again. Because every fucking time I read a book that's like, it's a feminist retelling or a feminist point of view, and it's just sexist every time. They make all the women insufferable. Like, in this story, the two characters that I liked most that were women were literally the bitchy sister Pasiphae and Penelope. Yes, Penelope for some flippin' reason shows up in the story. I liked Penelope because Penelope is honest. The way she wrote Penelope and Pasiphae is how I imagine Cersei would be. She'd either be one or the other. Like, because Pasiphae is very much like, she's powerful. She knows she knows she's a goddess because her dad's a god, you know, and her mom's a nymph, so that just means you're god by default. She knows she's a goddess. She's married to a king who can't do anything to her, you know, and she's just awesome. And then you have, like, you know, Penelope, who's just like, I'm the wife of Odysseus. He cheated on me, but it's fine. He died though. She's very calm, collected, and just kind of, but she's also smart. That's why I'm kind of pissed off at the characterization of Cersei. The author has shown they can write competent female characters as long as it's not the main one. That's always a bad sign. It's always a bad sign when you have a main character that is like lacking, but the side characters aren't. Like, that's always a problem. And all of the male characters are fine. Even Helios, who honestly should be just a block of wood, but hell, he's not. You know? Like, I'm just like, what? And that's why I'm like, they should have left Cersei out of this fucking story. Like, they should have just left her out of the story, because they obviously don't, like, even Medea was written better than Cersei was, and Medea only showed up for like an hour. Like, I'm just like, she's like, the most badass female I know in the original Greek is Atalanta. Yeah, the bear lady. Yeah. She was raised by bears, but the thing is, like, yeah, but that's not better than a witch, though. Just cute and all, but witch characters. Like, Medea, Cersei, technically Dido. Like, you know, like, Greek witches are fucking amazing. And they always just make everything hilarious. And you're just like, oh, but bears. She was raised by bears. Yeah, you got the two idiots raised by a wolf, and no one cares about those two. You know? Except for the fact that they founded Rome, I guess. But I'm just like, it's like, oh, she was raised by bears. And I'm like, yeah, but like, who cares? You know? Like, people be turning people into monsters and shit. Like, how is that not cooler than raised by bears? Like, Cersei literally just turns a bitch into a monster because she got jealous. She's like, I like this guy. And he's like, yeah, but I like this bitch over here. She's just like, I'm gonna turn her into a monster. He's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. I mean, guy still never gets with her, but you know. Yeah, Medea's badass, but Medea didn't turn somebody into a monster. Cersei did. Medea killed her family, cursed her husband, and fucked out. She just left. I do like Medea, though. Like, I like a lot of the witch characters just because they're kind of like the only female characters that are kind of allowed to do bad stuff to men and not be cursed for it. Or die weirdly, you know? Like, that's what I like about the Greek witch characters, is that they're like, you know, they're terrifying and they just get to do weird stuff to people and piece the fuck out. They don't really, you know, like, there's nothing. I think the worst thing you could ever be is a Greek princess, because you're always gonna get sacrificed, kidnapped, randomly impregnated. There's like no getting out of there. I hear Medea and I think of Tyler Perry's Medea. I'm not gonna lie, I used to for the longest time, but I did remember Medea and Jason. So to be fair, like, if you are married to a witch, just don't piss her off, my dude. They're like the only ones who get to have an exception to fucking around with Greek heroes. The witch characters are the only ones who get to fuck around with Greek heroes. Because like Greek heroes are like, ah, yes, I am smart, I'm witty, and then you get a witch character who's like, I cursed your dick. Based on a true story. I'm like, my thing is, don't cheat on your witch wife. You want to know why? She will literally curse your dick, which is what happens to one of these guys, by the way. She's like, oh, you want to cheat on me? Blatantly? Okay, all right. I'm just gonna give you poisonous semen that kills people. And he's just like, oh no, I have a cursed dick. What do I do? Maybe I should stop having affairs, or I could just keep having affairs and hope it stops. All the murder this guy caused. Witch be Walden? Yeah, they do. Hey, Chatter, hello. Who would win, a hero fucked around or the witch about to make him find out? Obviously the witch. Greek witches are no joke. Like, they're just so fucking funny. Like, they're just hanging out, minding their own business, and men are like, ah, yes, but I be man, and since I be man, I can totally just mess with this one chick over here. And she's just like, oh, cool. Don't go to sleep or anything. Don't go to sleep. Don't eat anything, which is impossible for Greek heroes to do, I notice. They have all the discipline unless there's food or drink involved. Then they're like, you put like a bottle of wine in front of them and they're like, I must drink it. Or if there's food, he's like, I must eat it. It's like the Greek hero can stop. That's your best friend. He's like, my best friend is delicious. I'll get vengeance later. Like, he wouldn't even stop eating him. He'll just be like, oh shit, I'm eating my best friend. But he's so good though. Like, they always do that shit. Hi, Rocky. Hi, I'm complaining about a book. Like, I'll be like, because sometimes I'll just read legends, and I like the, because I was talking to my roommate about it. My favorite type of Greek puzzle, or the Greek test, is the don't do the blatantly easy thing trap. Because they'll be like, you have to solve a riddle, they'll be fine. But you tell them, you know, don't turn around or some shit, they'll be like, oh god, the temptation. I'm like, bro, you just gotta not turn around for like 20 feet. What are you doing? Or don't open the bag. Don't open the box. Don't pull the string. Like, don't, like, why y'all be always messing up the seal? It's literally just like, okay, kids, just don't go through that one door on the opposite side of the house that's really hard to get to because I put a slab of meat in front of it. Don't open that door and you'll get $1 billion. And they'll be like, okay. 2 seconds later, they'll be like, I must open the door. And I'm like, what? He's like, hey, remember, it's like, and the thing is always be like, hey, if you don't do the one thing, you will get $1 million, but if you do the thing, you'll be horribly cursed and possibly die. And they're like, okay, I definitely want the $1 million. But what's behind the door, though? What if it's $2 million? I'm like, bitch, it's the Greek gods, really the show of the reality show mythologies, like Real Housewives of Greece. There's like, join us for the Real Housewives of like the Real Housewives of Olympus. Oh god, you can do anything except the one thing you would never have a reason to do. I'm gonna do it. Meanwhile, a Celtic mytho hero Cucullin proceeds to Hulk out and kill spree 5 minutes later. Oh no, the hottest boob on the side of Ireland proceeds to deflate in a pot of alcohol. Oh my god. Ancient heroes be weird. They always get stuck by the funniest shit. Like, I'm not as well versed in Celtic, Celtic, Baltic mythology. I was like raised on the Greek mythology because I don't know, I'm weird. Like, it's not even a family thing. Though, do be for my, I do have a piece of the, I mean, it's a part of Rome, but I have a piece of Rome in my room. Man, I would like a piece of Greece, but that sounds disrespectful, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not getting cursed by a Greek god. But like, he's like, who cares about the Roman ones? But yeah, I'm just like, and so to be, and I do also understand, you know, Greek mythology is not a fan of women in general. You know, Greek historians are just not a fan of the booba. They're like, women exist to just make men miserable. And I'm like, why y'all hate women? Like, a piece of grease just go steal the McDonald's fryer. Oh my god. Oh no, the deflation doesn't kill him, it just stops him on bloodless rage. It's pronounced it's the only Greek stories was the favorite was the Spartan myths. Oh like no, I like just the I'm kind of all over the place. I liked the hilarity that like the hilarity and goofballness that was Aphrodite, but funny thing is one of my favorite Greek gods was like Ares, because Ares is a boy failure. Ares is a boy failure and I love him. He's so stupid. Hey Jay, hello. Because women are equal to men there, because only women gave birth to real men. Yeah. Funny enough, I didn't know this, but like, and I have to look it up. I think Penelope, the wife of Odysseus, is actually from Sparta, which makes so much sense. What are we talking about? I'm complaining about a book that says it was feminist and it lied to me. It's like a feminist retelling of the Odyssey from Circe's perspective. I'm like, she's just a whiny baby. Like, I think I was fine. The thing is, in the beginning of the book, it was actually kind of good. Like, when in the very beginning, when she's like at her dad's house, you know, Helios, and the way they characterized Helios, I think was really good. It gets stupid later, but the way it's, because it's kind of hard to write about Greek gods, Greekan, you know, of this guy is like, and again, this is not Apollo, this is Helios. Helios is a sun god. He is literally just the sun. That's just his thing. He can also destroy with like a gigantic blast beam. And her just kind of being a little and I don't know why the author decided to make her a weird little endlog and be like, oh, she's just not as good as her sister for some fucking reason. But I went with it. I'm like, okay, you know what, fine. She's plain compared to her sisters for some reason, and I guess her brothers. And the thing, this is just kind of randomly like that. Like, there's no real reason for why she's not liked. It's just because the author wanted her to be a little endlog. And I'm like, oh god. Can we talk about ancient Greek Sparta? They had Aphrodite as a god of both war and love, and they didn't have Ares. Yeah, that's not in the book, and I want to complain about the book. The book didn't care about that. The book wanted to be stupid. I'm currently reading Mythborn, the Final Empire. Greek gods, Greek. He's like, hey there, how you doing? The ladies are looking lovely today, and your hair looks squishy, and again, how are you doing? Oh lord. Anyway, ADB, hello, welcome in. I see you have redeemed the good bean. Continue to be a very good bean. Just you might need to tone down some of your weirdness, because I don't feel like attracting more weirdos that are trying to say gross shit in my chat. So continue to be a good bean, and I won't have to time you out. Pat pat. That's why I never like redeem that early. But anyway. But yeah, the oh no. I think, and I'm gonna spoil the hell out of this book because I don't want people to read it. You know how this book ends? This book is like, you know, it sounds super feminist. An immortal, a powerful witch character deciding she wants to be a human because she wants to die with her mortal hubby. Yeah, that's feminist. I'm like, that's stupid. Why would you make this awesome immortal witch lady be like, I'd rather die than have my husband die, I guess, of old age. I'm like, what is even happening here? You know? I thought I was being a good bean even when I was here. Like, you're fine, but I do want you to tone it down, just because mainly because I know if I let it go on too long, you will get worse, and then I will have to ban you because you'll start getting gross. So I'm basically pitting the stop sign here, you know? It's like hint, don't just talk about how great my boobs look. Anyway. Because it gets worse from there, from experience, and I don't feel like it. At least not today. I am not in a good mood today. Anyway. But like, but yeah, I don't know, like, maybe I just don't know what feminism means. Does feminism mean basically thirsting over random men until one of them kills you? I want to take care of— No, stop. And this is why AJ can never be a mod. Oh, BB, you'll be fine. Behaving can't be that bad. Just use the rubber band method. And see the sign of non-stop hammers because inertia. Oh lord. But yeah, just like, I don't know. Maybe I just don't know what feminism means because I like women. Like, platonically. Like, I don't hate the existence of women. Yeah, the rubber band method. When you have a weird thought, you just smack the rubber band on your wrist. Is it on the other hand, and most violent candidate for mod? Behold. Hi, Shinra. Let's see. Okay. I don't know what Sparky's is, but cool. What is that? Anyway. But yeah, that was like my day. Is depresso and then getting angry about a book. Ad. Like, oh, this, like, now, so now I have to find a new book. I know, like, oh, I stretched, my posture exists somewhere, and I'm gonna drink some water. But like, I don't know, like, I think I'm just really bad at literature at this point. Because every time I read a story, I hate it. I hate books. But I'm a yeah, beat up the book. Beat up this book. Like, because I read, what was another book I read? I'm still slowly going through goddamn Jane Austen. I gotta find it. Like, oh, the bit. I don't know what that is. Okay, AJ, because I've been through this before. Tell me, what is the best thing about the whatever the fuck you just said? Tell me. What's the best thing about it? How does it treat people of color? Are there people of color? That's a horrifying, terrible trick question. Because it's like, are there people of color, and how are they treated? Are they memorable? Do you remember there being anybody remotely brown? How does it treat its most important female character? What does she do? Well, I ask these questions because these are the things that will bother me. High fantasy, great character, good spin on good and evil. That doesn't tell me anything, AJ. That tells me nothing. If I go by that shit, I would have like finished like True Blood, and I hated True Blood. You fool. Like, you gotta tell me, what is the best thing about the most important female character? It's 5 books. That doesn't tell me shit. Like, I need to know, like, what, like, you're dancing around the question. So in other words, the female character either doesn't exist or she's stupid. I'm not reading it. Dancing around, that's what dancing around the question gets. I'm not gonna check out no Bill Gary chat. I ain't doing all that. Cause like, those are things that will personally like get on my nerves. Is like, you know, it doesn't matter because it doesn't have to have a central female character, but if the most important female character, which there usually is at least one, I need to know what she actually does. Aunt Paul is stern, tough, fair, pretty powerful, and can push. When push comes to that still doesn't tell me what she does. Is the mother of the MC? Oh yeah, hell no. I can see an empowered, nice, dark-skinned lady. So it's compensated. Oh god. Yeah, and the Galactic Silver Wars. I'm not gonna read your weird Warhammer thing. I'm not gonna read Warhammer. Like, she's a sorcerer. They're effectively immortals. What does she do for the plot? What does she do for the plot, AJ? I don't care if it's a spoiler. What does she do? Oh boy, Twitter VTuber versus IRL has evolved now. Oh no. Feet? Of course it was gonna get to feet. I am so glad I wasn't on Twitter today. At least not as much as I normally am. But yeah, what does she do for the plot? Why is she needed, AJ? Why is the MC's mother needed for the plot? What does she do? Other than give birth to the hero, that's not a service. That's just something that happens. Guides her MC to his destiny and protects him. Does she die? Does she die? Does the mom die? Does it just ruin this book series for anybody who's interested? Does she die, AJ? Does she die, AJ? She dies, doesn't she? Nope. I will. Nope, I'm not reading it. The most important female character dies. Nope, I'm not reading it. Fuck it. See, there it is. No. I'm not reading your weird book that kills people. That I might be remotely interested in. The bed doesn't even have any sexy dudes in it. It probably has like a 15-year-old who's lanky and pale and has brown hair. He's just like, but then he turns into a buff man who has like, you know, trauma or some shit, and he gets a scar or whatever, and he learns to be a king or some shit that I don't care about. Like, Genius has the most female characters and only one male. It's not a harem, oh boy. Like, the thing is, I already know that most stories are just not going to be to my liking. Like, I already know that. I just have really shitty taste. Like, legit. Can you not describe me for 1 second? No. It's a silly book full of silly little guys. It does! A paladin named whatever the crap kills a bear with no one gives a crap. It's a lie, no one gives a crap. And either way, it's impressive. Okay, no. Like, I think people just don't understand, have shitty taste. like, if it's just like, because again, some people will describe something to me and they'll be like, but it's so cool. And I'm sitting there being like, well, what is his character arc when it comes to cheese sandwiches? And they're like, what? I'm like, in the beginning of the series, like, maybe this is an actor's personal choice, but they just wouldn't really finish his food for some reason. I think he needs help. And they're like, why are you paying attention to that? I'm like, I don't know. Like, it'd be like that, dude. I will save you all a lot of stress. Don't recommend stories to me. That's why I actually stop asking people. Just try or I'll burn your secret butter's wife. AJ, honey, do you want me to ruin your favorite series? Because that is what happens. Every single time someone recommends something to me, I'm like, these are the issues I had with it. And they're like, why would you point all that out? I'm like, it's because it's the stuff I noticed. and then they'll just be like, yeah, I'm never gonna recommend anything ever. You don't know my favorite series? Good, then don't tell me. Because I already know my favorite series is shit. Like, I already know. It's nonsensical. It has decent animation, but it's a very weird animation style. It is a weird series that makes no fucking sense. Nothing good actually happens. Everyone's always miserable, but it has sexy people in it. There's even some characters of color in it. I mean, they die, but you know. But like, I don't know. Like, I've kind of come to terms with this a very long time ago. That stuff that people say is good, I just don't like. Not even because I'm a hipster. I just... Like, a lot of it just seems really stupid to me. You know? You know how little that narrows it down? I'm no scared of posing my work. Well, like... Well, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna rip it apart. Like, it's more like I will still read something, and there's a difference between me reading something just to kind of see what you're doing. But this is different from like an established author who I've been told is good and they are shit. Like, to me. They're shit to me. Like, if other people like it, that's fine. But the thing is, I also do understand. I can't really like, because the thing is, I'm also like asexual's ass. So there's some things I'm just not gonna understand why people do it. Like, I will never understand the whole like giving up literally your life just so you can be with your stupid husband. Like, I will never understand that. I'll recommend my favorite manga. Don't do it. I don't like action manhwa. I don't like action series. I just don't. You need to broaden your horizons? So you want me to complain more? That's what you're telling me. You're like, you know what? I want Semi to complain about more stuff I love. I want her to complain about more things. Because broadening my horizons is not gonna make me like it. Okay, so Semi, what's your opinion on I Love You, Colonel Sanders of Fingerly? Blah, blah, blah. Honestly, and this is actually why I stopped playing it. I don't like it. The novelty of it being a Colonel Sanders KFC game wore off very quickly when it kind of fucked with the flow of the game. I love it, and I know it's actually like that's actually why I stopped playing it, just because I like games or dating sims games or just regular sim games, and it was funny, but like the part that kind of lost me is the part where it kind of makes it so you have to lose, or it makes it that losing is basically like the default, and that took me right out. That took it wasn't even funny anymore. That took me straight out of the game, and I don't like that weird. There's like felt very mean-spirited the way that part in the game happened, and that took all of the fun out of it. That's actually why I haven't played it since, because I am not a fan of mean-spirited parody, where they basically look down on you for liking something, and that's what that part felt like. Like, I didn't think it was that bad at first, but it was actually in the game the entire time. The entire game basically tried to make you feel stupid for playing it. And that was the part where I'm like, oh wow, they actually mean all the mean-spirited shit. And that's what took me out. So yeah. I would not recommend playing that game unless you really can go with that novelty of the KFC dating sim all the way through. But if you actually like any type of dating sim or sim game or relationship game, do not play it. I didn't say that. That's what you meant though. You get more ramen. Don't. Okay, have fun. Why did he hatch from an egg? I don't know. But yeah, like, I'm weirdly serious about that sort of thing, apparently. See, how do I break this to you? That's part of it? Yeah, no. I'm personally not a fan of stuff like that. It may be a part of it, but like, it's a humiliation kink. Great. That's not my kink though. Maybe that's why I don't like it. Maybe everyone else is just like, yes, I like being humiliated and having my arm, like, you know, pretending to have my arm completely destroyed, like, or having my hand broken. That's totally my kink. And I'm like, no. Dragon purr? Oh boy. 1 second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You might not have been able to hear that because my throat hurts. Anyway, but yeah, just like my throat hurts too much for that, but that's all you're gonna get. Okay, like I'm not, mainly because it makes me want to retaliate, because people do kind of mistake me for a brat sometimes, and I'm like, I understand where that mistake comes from, but then they get mad at me when I don't decide to be a submissive little kitten or whatever, and I'm like, well, I mean, I can't help it, man. If you want to fight me, then fight. You know? Yeah, most dating sims are mainly meant to. What the hell does that mean? That's what it's. I mean, the thing is, I've actually played good games though. Like, maybe it's because, like, you know, guys are just fine with the most bottom barrel bullshit, but I'm not. Like, no offense to guys who like bottom barrel bullshit. You can like bottom barrel bullshit. I just don't. You know, like, because the thing is, I don't know. I just don't like mean-spirited parody. You know, like, I just don't. It's like, that's kind of why I don't like Madoka Magica, the Madoka Magica franchise. It's not a bad franchise. It's just not my thing. I didn't like the new COD. I don't know what that is. And that's bottom of the barrel. I don't know what that is either. Same with Destiny 2. I don't know how that is, but sure. There's like a lot of stuff, like, I think people kind of forget how insular I am. Like, the things, I will try new stuff, but it's kind of, I don't know. A lot of it's just not really my thing. Like, I don't know. I'm very much a creature of habit. Like, not to say I will not try new things, but I will try something new and then people will get mad at me because I don't like it. Like, I didn't like True Blood. Like, my friend's like, yeah, this is a good series. This is great. This is good. And I'm like, and I have to ask the question, what makes it good? Because if they tell me that it's because it's realistic, I'll be like, hell no. If they tell me there's a lot of sex in it, I'll be like, no. Because no. That does not make a series good for me. You know what makes a series good for me is when, you know, your main character, not a freaking side character, but when your main character, like, has some nice emotional depths and discovers something about themselves. They don't necessarily have to change, but they have to kind of figure something out about themselves. I like that. I don't like wow, protagonist Kern learned the secret technique to punch his dad in the face. Oh my god, that's so amazing. And I'm like, yeah. And all the girls love him. I'm like, okay. And he just got me texting on my phone being like, when is this over? Like, that's if you want, that's if I really like something. Most stuff I just kind of tolerate, to be quite honest. Like, but again, remember, I have shitty taste. My favorite book, my favorite books in the world, like, my favorite books that I will actually read every single year. Every year I read these 2 books through the entire thing. Is Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass. Those are my favorite books. And they make no frickin' sense. They're very stupid. Like, they're very dumb stories, but that is literally, but in my case, those are really good stories because they're just really fun, you know. But Environment Month Runner, good for you. Like, you know, and that's why I tell people, I don't think that, like, when I say something is stupid, that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that I myself don't like it. If you like it, that's fine. But, like, also remember, I have shitty taste. Like, I tell people all the time, I have bad taste. I don't know why you keep expecting me to have good taste one day. I only have one book I've read over and over because I like it. Oh, nice. What book is it? Not shitty taste. Hey, Nico, hello, welcome in. Like, and that's why I try to tell people that when I say something is stupid, remember the context that I have terrible taste. First of all, like, into Ray Earth because of you, because Ray Earth Magic Knights is, oh, that is peak angsty. It's so angsty, and I love how angsty it is. Everyone's crying, I'm crying, you're crying, we're all crying. Ray Earth Magic Knights makes me cry, and I love it. But it's also shit. Book called Graceling. I've read that book triple. And a shit. Okay, I'm kidding. I was okay with it. I had some issues with it, but like, it wasn't super. It wasn't actually bad. It was just a little edgy. But again, it was just not my thing. I just do really terrible with certain stories. That's all. I didn't want to hear it all. And the book I recently read is the graphic novel version of Color of Magic and its sequel. Good for you. What's that? Yeah, but yeah, like, Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass is like my favorite story. So grain of salt. So, no, honestly, Graceling did have a great concept. I'm not gonna pretend that is not the case. The concept is really good, and I also do like a little bit of the twists with their concept of how not magic, but how stuff works. I did like the twist at the end. I tried to go to the second one and it kind of lost me, but that's more of a me problem, not the series problem. But I did like, it was pretty interesting when I was reading it, but it was very much like, I don't want to continue, so like I said, it didn't make me angry or anything. It's just like, it's cool. But yeah, just like, excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be coughing for this stream. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I just kind of know, like, when it comes to books, that's why, like, if I do read a book, I know that, like, I kind of go into most books knowing I'm gonna hate it. Like, and the things and believe it or not, I do read a lot. Like, I actually will not try to look up a book by its, what do you call it? Ratings? Because again, I've learned to not trust ratings because again, a lot of books people say is shit I actually like. But I am one of those people. I will pick a book at random. I have Audible. I get free books all the time. I will literally just look up a book, not read the synopsis, be like, I'll be like, oh yes, it'll be like, was it like Tawny James just moved into a new town after she escaped her ex-boyfriend. She's trying to start a new life after the restraining order, but she discovers that her house may be haunted. And I'm like, all right, I'm reading it. Or like, I don't know, Beverly James goes to Antarctica to get away from her secret past, but it turns out that Antarctica might be haunted. Okay, stop. Yes, the word haunted gets me to read a book, apparently. JK, it does not. I actually do really bad with horror. Oh yeah, and everything H.P. Lovecraft. But that's also shit. Yeah, the first book is really good. No one guessed my favorite book. Is it Iceman? Damn, Cerrybot is just working hard today. Is it Green Ham? Green Eggs and Ham. Oh my god. Let's see. Oh shit, it's almost been an hour. I should probably start the game. But we can still talk about books and stuff. And how I will not read your recommendations. One second. Okay. Let me start, oh wait. Actually, before I go over there, let me start up the game. The Very Hungry Caterpillar? Oh, Pulse, that's cute. Why are you being so adorable, man? Stop it. It's cute. Here comes a fun, here comes a fun thing. Is this going to work with my model, or am I gonna have to go PNG? Only one way to find out. Okay. If I lag too much, I'll probably go to, I'll probably switch to, one of the PNGs. Play, please. One second. Okay. I probably should have set this up earlier, but I didn't. I did not. Okay. Let's see. Wait a minute. Where? You're not getting him for free. I'm waiting for it to pop up. Let's see. Time would simply take a hot guy just to take interact with. Well, we're playing Candace. She's evil. Okay. One second, I'm starting up the game right now. We might have some clashing audio for a second. Maybe. Or it just might be hilarious silence. Hi, EA. Hello. Okay, or don't do that. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get this, here. I want to put this on, fuck. Okay. 1 second! Oh no, Clash of Elliot, why are you so weird? Okay, 1 second. Okay. We're gonna go with the original timeline. Missing content. Oh shit. View packs, I guess. Oh god. I don't. Do I have this? Fuck. Oh damn. Am I gonna have to like reinstall all the packs or whatever? Oh no! I did not think of this. Shit. Wait. Packs. My packs, please? Okay. Oh, damn. I have a lot of packs here. Which one do I need? I need, like... work? I already own this. What? If I already own it, let me play the game, damn it. Play. Play with missing content, I guess. Sorry, I'm like trying to get this into the game. Does it? Ugh. No, game's loaded. Fuck. How do I load it then? How do I load it? How do I load the packs then? Back to main menu, save and exit, I guess. I don't remember how to get the packs in there. We're gonna be scufftastic for a second while I figure my life out. Can't believe I forgot to put the packs in here. No. Like, do I have to? Okay, wait. I have. Let me go back to Steam for a second. Okay, wait. Do I Have to install packs. DLC. Let's see. Oh god, I think I have to like download all the packs I have. Oh no. Fuck. Wait. No, I just want to see the ones I have. Lists. Can we just download the ones I have? Or whatever? Crap. Jeez. Hits. Okay, yeah, but how do I download these, though? Gimme! View. Okay. Yeah, I just want to download this, dog. Like, what are we doing here? Okay. You already own this? I do know I already own this. Load game. It won't let me do it. Gallery, options. Game options. Okay. Like, you would think this would happen, like, automatic. Okay, let me close this. Let me exit the game. Yes. How would I become a character and enrolled in your story? Okay, honey, okay. 1 second. Anyway, okay, let me explain lore things. First of all, I need to get all my lore stuff out. Second of all, you're not going to be in my story per se, but if you do want to make a story in my world, you can. But that doesn't mean I'm going to actually put you in anything. There you go. Okay. But seriously, how do I re-download my stuff then? Like, do I have to like go and download it all over again? Is that what I gotta do? Fuck. Okay. Okay, wait. Let me. I know I definitely have stuff. I don't care. Game packs, expansion packs. I think I do have this one, right? Do I have to download it again? I'm not buying it again. Maybe oh, maybe I have to like... Dang, I did not think this through. Okay. How does this work? Yep, you're gonna be doing Fanon. How does this work exactly? Because I already have it, so how do I... We're gonna go back to my other screen when I figure this out. How do I do this? Anyway. Huh. I'll take Chaos Dragon. Hello. Yeah, I'm not sure, because I thought that when the game downloaded, it would download everything. But apparently it doesn't. To be fair, I don't quite know how Steam works. Huh. Like, Does it... Let's see, library... Sims got to put in piece by piece, I guess? Also, hey, Kai, hello. Like, because, okay, guys, y'all who play games, how does it work when you have expansion packs? Like, how does that work? DLC? Like, I thought it would just install automatically. But I guess it don't. Huh. It installs the base. Yeah, okay, great. But how do I get everything else in there then? Because I might not be able to play it because, like, the playthrough I had did have, like, have the extra content in there. Manage, DLC spell check? Wait, what does that mean? Wait, is that an actual thing or are you being sarcastic? Let's see, maybe main game is in, the dock is usually separate. What? I just want to... We might not be able to play this today then, because I am not sure how to get the DLC in there, because it looks like it wants me to buy them again, but I'm not doing that. Because the base game is installed, but it doesn't really give me an option to download the it doesn't actually give me an option to like download the whatchamacallits. But yeah, it actually doesn't give me an option to download the expansion that I know I bought. So I'm not sure what to do about that. Because I didn't see any issues the last time, but then again, I didn't actually open my Sims file, so maybe that's what the issue is? Yeah, I'm playing on Steam. Like, I do not, like, where does it show me my, ones for me to actually download them? Because that's what I'm trying to do. Let's see. I'm trying to find where, like, because it just doesn't tell me where to find the other ones. Like, it shows me, but how do I download it though? How do I download it? Tell me how to download it. I'm not buying it again. My packs. Okay, but how do I download? How do I download though? Tell me. I'm not buying stuff. I'm gonna have to go to, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go to Google. I'm gonna ask Google. You know, it'll take it too long. How to re-download Sims or expansion packs, Steam. See, aren't showing up in Steam. How do I reinstall Sims4 packs? Install them through Steam, then download your packs, but do not second what? Okay. I did though. Okay. So also, why are they not in my library? That's what I want to know. Why are they not in my library? This is like or something. Go to your purchase history and see if it shows that you bought it. It should. Wait, where did I go for that? Store. Points, news. What? I'm a gamer, y'all. Okay. If it says I have to buy them again, I'm just not gonna play The Sims 4 today. I will just not do it. Let's see, because I know one of them I definitely have should be this one. I'm not buying it again. Okay, so I have, yeah, I do have that one. Let's see. Huh. Oh, well. It's trying to get me to buy again, so I guess we're never gonna play The Sims ever again, damn. Oh well. We're gonna change it to just shedding. Because I'm like, it's just like, oh yeah, it's purchase. I'm like, I'm not buying this again. Oh no. Let's see, just chat it. Because I am not buying those packs all over again. I had like 5 of those things. I am not doing that again. Okay. Books. There we go. But yeah, Yeah, I was like looking in Steam and it's like, yeah, here, it's on sale. And I'm like, I don't want to buy it again. I bought it the first time. Scrolled up, like when I looked in my library, I didn't see the expansion packs. I just saw The Sims. Like it just showed me The Sims. And I don't know if this is a weird EA thing again. Go to Steam and click on your name and then click account details. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Just to see if I could see anything. But I'm like, I am not buying these again. Damn. Let's see here. You purchase history. I'm pretty sure I purchased more than that. It's like, damn, you only purchased like one thing. Damn, okay. Wait, maybe I just need to go back further. Nope. It literally just doesn't even have The Sims in my purchase history. Oh god. Oh god, it just doesn't have it in there. Wow. It's just not in there. Your laptop's dead. Shit. That's terrible. Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna be yapping for the rest of the stream because I was planning on playing The Sims. I'll probably see if I can look into it because maybe it doesn't have everything fully on because I'm streaming right now. So that might very well be the problem. I'm not gonna end stream just to play The Sims. So, yeah, I didn't have another game lined up, so we're just gonna be yapping. You played the Sims on stream before? I have actually. That's where Candace came from. I have the Sims4, and I was gonna play on. I played on stream before, and it was a long ass time ago. And I stopped playing because people got really hilariously like upset about Candace, and but I wanted to play again because Candace was funny. Excuse me, but like I'm wondering if because I did reinstall The Sims because I haven't played it since then, so. Yeah, no, I've only played on Steam. Because the only other version I've had was not on this computer. But yeah, I played it on Steam before. It's actually like the only way I have the Sims 4. I don't have the Sims 4 in any other way. That's why I was able to, like, that's how I bought expansion packs and everything. And I don't know if it's just weird on Steam or something, because I'm used to being able to just download the, getting it, excuse me, getting it directly from EA. Wait, let me try something. Maybe, because you know how some sites be weird if you don't sign into the specific website. Let me see if I can pull up EA or whatever. EA. Let me pull up the EA app and see if this helps. Even though I hate using EA app. Well, let me see if maybe this helps. Oh shit, I don't remember any of my information. Fuck. Just give me a minute. Let's see. I have to get my sticky notes of justice. Okay. I'm not sure why it's not showing it. Like, again, I'm gonna try going to the EA app and seeing if maybe that's what the missing issue is. All right. Let's go and see if this'll. I don't care if this will work. Ugh. Yes, send me an email, you bastards. I hate this. It's like, we're gonna send you an email. I'm like, oh god! Damn it! Yahoo? Okay. Alright, so it's gone to my Yahoo. I like never fucking use. Alright, oh boy, look at all this old email. Is it... Okay. Okay, so maybe this is where the issue is. Sims4. Give me all my packs, you jerk. Let's see. I'm ahead so you can play a game with a friend. Okay, that's fine. You didn't have to tell me that, but cool. You can just be like, hey, I'm ahead out. Where Sims4, where who? I can't believe this. Anyway. Okay, so maybe do I have to? No, it only has the Sims 4 in here too. Huh. 13 add-ons. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Can I just download them all? Am I gonna have to do this one by one? Oh Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, that might be a while. That's very good. I'm sitting here being like, am I really gonna have to make a sign that says, you don't have to tell me why you're leaving. You could just say, hey, I'm gonna go, see you later. You know? But I'm like, I get the feeling that people are just gonna ignore that. Man. You guys like destroying my self-esteem, don't you? No, the bundle packs are in there, but I think it wants me to download them one by one. Oh god. I have 13 of these things. You know what? We're just gonna do that later. We're gonna do this later. We're gonna deal with The Sims later, because that is a lot of stuff to download. Oh god. This has been a very interesting stream. Yeah, 13. And who knows how long that's gonna take. Wow, that thing is not moving. Okay, you know what? We're gonna come back to that later. We're gonna come back to that later. Man, sorry about that, guys. I know you were looking forward to the Sims 4. Nobody cares. What company where I can get back from walking the nerds? Okay. What is that? Okay, tell the puppies I said hi. Both is actually the only reason I don't have a don't tell me where you're going rule. Because I like to know when he's gonna go walk the puppies. So I'm like, I guess I'll just deal with the two individuals who just hate me. Sadly, no Sims. I'm sorry, man. That be how it is. I just realized I had my jacket on this the whole time. But yeah, sadly, no Sims today because I failed humanity. Damn. It's alright, you're fine. It's okay. It's okay, please. I love you very much. Anyway. I think something else to talk about because I think I've already talked about the mythology thing. Humanity failed us all. It did. I'm also thinking about but yeah, I did do a little bit of work on the website today. It's gonna take a while because of just the sheer amount of information. There's a lot of information. Like a lot. Actually, let me go ahead and close that because I'm not gonna be using it right now. I'm gonna close this too. Yes, thank you very much for telling me it's still running. Was about to ask about that. About what? Lore things? Or the site? Okay. So yeah, I am working on the website still. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna take a minute just because of all the information I have to categorize and put in there. But yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. I already have a city map, actually. I think you guys have seen my city map already. But if not, let me go get it. 1 second. Goodness. Let me get my city map. Where's the one I normally use? Let me get my city map. I believe it's in my Milor. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh, I just need to save it right quick. Yeah, I'll just put it right there. I don't need a big version of it. As I struggle not to cough. And I failed. Ugh. Anyway. There we go. Yeah. Ah, it's huge. Oh god. I've been swallowed. Let's see. I just need to shrink the screen. There we go. I'm gonna put it right over here. And I'm gonna move over. Okay. I'm gonna move over. Move over here. Alright. Yeah, this'll work. So yeah, this is New Brightston. This is a city, a map of my city that I live. I think I stole a picture of New York and edited it, I think. Or this is Boston, I don't remember. It's something. This is an actual like Google map I edited. That's actually what this is. I just edited a freaking Google map. It took me like 3 hours, but I did it. But yeah, this is basically all that purple is my territory. But there's like a couple of different like factions. I have to work on. I have to look up my notes about the name of the factions, but yeah. But the purple is basically all like my territory / the company's territory. The big green spots, like like those are parks. They're really big. They're super big. The round one is my favorite park. That is Parallel Park. Yes, I know. Very, very interesting. But now imagine the sports team, the baseball team, the dribbles. I'm going home. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. Because I like making Lua, and that includes making maps. But yeah, so this is like the entire city that all the shenanigans in my stories go into. Parks, yeah, we got parks. The fun thing about Parallel Park is that one of my other worlds, you can actually get to like one of my other worlds through there. So there's this world, which is like Earth, I guess. And then if you go to Parallel Park, you can actually get to the equivalent of the fairy world through there. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could. There's also a unicorn that lives in the park. So there's that. There's also, one second, I did that thing in my chair again. 1 second. Oh, there goes my spine again. 1 second. Let's see if New York is the Big Apple. Is this nickname the Big Butter? No. Because no one knows I have an obsession with butter. Can we go to the park, Sebby, please? Why do you want to go there? Hi there, the DJ Killer. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. How are you today? I'm talking about lore because the Sims thing fell through. There we go. But yeah, but yeah, this is a really big city. Like this is it's basically the equivalent of New York. It's been in the Sims4 woohoo for the 14th of February. Good for you. I'm Duke. How are you? I'm doing good, thank you. Yeah, we're not playing The Sims 4 because it's gonna take too long for me to download everything. So I'm just gonna save it for maybe next week. You see, I'm gonna go look for treasure. I mean, if you want to, I guess. I wouldn't recommend. If you're gonna look for treasure, don't go to the park. There's different places. You could rob a wizard's house or something. Don't go to the park if you want treasure, unless you want to get abducted. My birthday was the 31st. I am now 15. Congratulations, honey. Happy birthday. Stay in school. Anyway. I'm awesome. Good for you. But yeah, if you want treasure, don't go to the park. Like, there's definitely better places you can go to. Go to the park if you want to get kidnapped, I guess. The fairies are weird. But yeah, that's you see, how do you know about the wizard's house? Daniel told me. What book is this? What book? Oh, I was complaining about the book Cersei, but now I'm talking about my fictional world I'm going to be making a website for. And by website, I mean a wiki. I'm basically just making a wiki. There's nothing exciting here. But yeah, but this is the main city. There's other cities, there's other nations and stuff, but like, this is the hub city right here. This is the hub city, which is called New Brightston for people who do not know. That's the name of the city, my character, where we are right now, this is New Brightston. This is where my actual company is. But yeah, as for how I know about wizards or whatever, it's because Daniel's one. And he's from a family of wizards. But anyway. Because people keep forgetting, I'm not actually from this dimension. I'm from a different dimension altogether. But anyway, so yeah, this is like the central city here, which it's separated into little like sections and stuff. Technically, my territory is like kind of engulfed 2 other territories as well. I like how I'm pointing at it like, oh wait, let me get a stick or something so I can kind of point at shit. Wait, oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. Come here. Yeah, you, come here. Boop. Here we go. I'm gonna use this as a pointer. I'm gonna use the dribble as a pointer, so. Oh, wait, let me put it in the front. 1 second. Okay. Here we go. Let's see, did you use anything to make this map? I used Clip Studio Paint. Anyway, so this is Parallel Park. I'm pointing with the dribble. This is Parallel Park. All of this is my territory, or the territory of my business. The light purple. It's purple like my hair. So this is all of my territory where I have the most influence. Over here is one of the wizard families, the one that likes to bother me the most. This one, like, this one actually, this green area right here, this is actually, the city has I just call them shifters, but I don't know what the hell they call themselves, but this is where most of the shifters' territory is. Wow, it's really well made. Thank you. Thank you very much. It took me a really long time to make it. Like, this big old round thing for Parallel Park, I had to put that in there. That was a pain in the ass. And then this red part back here, that is the territory of vampires. Yes, this city has vampires in it. There's a lot. Let me see if I can make this any bigger. And yes, my territory does extend out to this weebly little island out here. This island is also mine. This over here, this gray area over here, this is not New Brightston. It's actually the city across the river or whatever. I forgot what it's called. I have to get my notes. But yeah, but New Brightston is mostly everything on this side of the channel river, whatever the fuck this thing is. Oh yeah, that's like Gummy's house over there because I let him stay here in my territory for free. See, is that tiny island Madagascar? No, it's too small to be Madagascar. I think I called it Crescent Island or something. But anyway, let me see if I can make the map a little bit bigger. Oh shit. Alright. Oh boy. There we go. But yeah, yeah, but this is mostly my territory. Now, if you're wondering what the other colors mean, the deep purple is basically where I have like the most influence. This over here is company housing. like if you work for me, you get a free house. It's over in the company housing area in the little suburb. Got any candy districts? We do have over here's a shopping area, so anything that is hog free house, exactly. But yeah, over here is like office buildings that I own. Technically, the building that most of this takes place in, or where I tend to be at, my main building is actually right here. It's on the water. It's right here. This is my main building. Right there. Right there. But like all these little yellow things are actually shopping districts. So the orange and the orange and yellow are actually shopping districts. The blue is actually schools. So we do have a company school that you can send your kids to. Posture has been checked. But yeah, but that's what the blue spots are, is those are schools. How doing? I couldn't play The Sims because I forgot to download shit. Let's see here. 1 second. Yes. I shrink this down again. But yeah, so in these bigger ones, these are colleges. So get back here. So these are the 2 college campuses that is located in the city. These are the 2 we have 2 college campuses. Oh, oops. It's fine. But yeah, we have 2. They are rivals of one another. I do not have their names right now, though I was joking around that one of them was called Dryu Academy, which is just weird backwards. I kind of still like that name, actually. But yeah, so we have this one and this one. This one is that looks like a little weird little drumstick. What's the blue places? These are colleges. The dark blue is colleges. The smaller ones are high schools, as well as okay, except for this big old blue thing over here. This thing is a college. It's a K through college school. So kindergarten all the way through college is over here. We learning law? Yeah, we're learning law. We talk about the law. Might as well just change my thing now. 1 second. Let me see. Excuse me. Talking about lore. There. Okay. Hey Shadow, hello. GTA, no. What about the pink spots? What? Oh god, wait. Are you talking? Oops. If you mean do these look pink to you? Where's the map for? This is the city of New Brightston, where where my lore takes place. Made you look like you could bid. Like, I was like, where is there pink? I don't see pink. Like, it's purple. It's purple. I don't see pink. Make this a little smaller again. Anyway. Yeah, Triple, are you colorblind? Wait, has my hair always looked pink to you? Oh boy. Anyway. So yeah. But yeah, this is I'm trying to grab my dribble here, my dribble pointer. But this big old blue spot over here, this is a large, your hair is purple, then what's pink on the map? I don't see pink on the map. Hey Coco Caster, hello. Nope, made you see makes the view look. Oh my god. God damn it, Triple. You dork. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. But yeah, dark purple is straight up company property. Purple is my influence. Dark purple is specifically tied to the company. So company housing, company shopping, stuff like that. We have a few schools for, you know, if you have like kids or whatever. Hey fanboy bastard, hello, welcome in. Is it territory? Yes, the purple is my territory. It's where I have the most influence. But yeah, this over here, it's mostly in the mage area, or the wizard area, because most of the wizard families are rich as hell, and they send their kids to this private school. Send me for mayor? Hell no, I don't want to be mayor. Horns, please? Horns for what? Oh, okay, 1 second. Does this still work? Nope. What? Where? 1 second. There it is. Okay. Oh, shit, I gotta move again. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Anyway. Make this smaller again. 1 second. Okay. Boku no! Yeah, man, free housing, good. Whose territory is green and red? So this, I keep grabbing the wrong thing. Give me a second. Down here, this belongs to the shifters. So this is your werewolves. They have a union. So you got the shifter union. So you got, like, again, not all shifters are here, but a lot of them tend to be there. Sit behind the map. Oh, are you telling me I can fly around this city plate? I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. Let's see. King Jewel from here. Oh my god. Anyway. But yeah, so this down here is where shifters, so it's mostly werewolves, but we do have other types as well. Why is the map looking like Saints Row? Oh my god. Oh, hey there, King Kongoro. Welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Eldritch Dragon Mom Boss. I'm talking about Lua. How are you today? You said, and the red, this is vampires. We got vampires. They're annoying. But this is most of their territory over here. We're prime minister. We're a city. Like, we're like a city in a regular state. But yeah, so red belongs to vampires, green belongs to shifters, white belongs to the mages. Now, the thing is, the mages used to have all of this territory where that's purple. I just stole it. So, you know, can confirm vampires are annoying. Yes. The dark purple is stuff that's specifically under my company territory. What the hell is that? Oh, shit. I can't see what it is. Oh, no. One second. Hello there, Crunchy Curb 1. Welcome in. My name is Semi Enigma. I'm an Elder Dragon Mom Boss. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. We'll talk about lore. Anyway. I'll be hanging out with the shifters on the weekends. Cool. Just stole it. Is this in Ohio? No. Oh, look at, there's no water in Ohio. Anyway. Corner of upright. Hi, hello. This up here, this gray area, this is not the city I live in. This is actually another city that's just across the way. I forgot the name of the city. I have to go look it up. But yeah, the part over here that's in color, this is New Brightston, but across the city, across the waterway is is actually another city. Excuse me. That's outside the jurisdiction of New Brightston. New Brightston PD. So they're out of the jurisdiction for New Brightston PD. Oh god. But yeah, so to reiterate, giant green blotches, those are parks. Purple is my territory. White is the territory of mages. Red is the territory of vampires, and green is the territory of the shifters. That's why they have the biggest park. Deep purple is directly under the company of the Enigma Corporation. Blue is educational facilities. Dark blue is colleges. Light blue is basically everything else. And then the yellows and oranges are stores as well as commercial ventures. Yeah. Do we have alliances? We do. Our alliances are technically with shifters. We have like one vampire in the company, but they don't really associate with their vampire family. And then we and the mages are at war. We're at war. We are war with the mages, and then across the street, no one cares. Any neutral zones? Technically over here. This is technically a neutral zone, and most parks are considered neutral because fairies like to hang out there. All my homies ate the meat. I'm locked into this lore. But yeah, the only reason we don't really get along with vampires is that we have this really weird fighting sandwich with the mages, because mages and vampires do not get along in our lore, because, and I'm going to tell you, because I don't plan on writing any novels or anything. This is going to just be a lore dump time. So in the city of New Brightston, as well as the world that it takes place in, vampires basically can't use magic, but mages can. But if you turn a mage into a vampire, they can't use magic anymore, and they kind of need their magic, you know, for their identity or whatever. So they get really upset about it. Still not quite sure how I got here, but being a boring human was very inconsequential to the plot. Just snacks. Now the thing is, okay, so even though there's fantastical creatures in this world, regular people are still the main. The way it works is, for your average human, they just don't see magical bullshit. They just don't see it. Most people will, the way it works is, in this world, no one's quite sure how it works, but like, when a normal average person sees something magical, they will kind of not really remember it. It's kind of like when you wake up and you had, like, kind of like when you just wake up and you had a dream, but you can't quite remember everything. That's how it is whenever your average person sees magical bullshit. So, for example, most people in my company actually do not realize I'm a dragon. They just don't see they just can't remember my horn or my tail. They just can't. You know, why the mage attack us? I may or may not have eaten one of their people. And, you know, they don't like cults. But anyway, the point is... But no, basically because I'm an eldritch creature, I fall outside of what the mages can easily control, and they don't like it. So they're trying to banish me. They're like, oh god, get that out of here. Like, oh God, what is this? Because I don't follow the rules of majory. I just see a tall person I respect and ask what snacks the company needs exactly. So yeah, but the thing is, the longer someone is around something magical, the easier it will be for them to remember. And then obviously, if you're actually born a magical whatever, you'll be able to see it very easily. But your average person, like, just will not. They'll just remember me as a tall human woman, but they will just not remember the fact that I have horns or a tail. That's literally why I just walk around like this and no one seems to care. And the same thing with a lot of magical stuff. Like, the shifters usually just stay in human form most of the time. They just send me buttered away, banished. Oh God. What's the city? This is the city of New Brightston. This is the place where a lot of my lore takes place. So this is the city my character lives in, does shenanigans in. And I was just kind of talking about the different major factions. And again, these are the major factions, which is my company, wizards, and there's actually multiple wizard families, so they're not all just a monolith. You see, this is what we're called world building, baby. I love world building. It's like one of my passions, so that's literally why I have stuff like this. What else? But yeah, there's Parallel Park and the I forgot there's something else over here. But yeah, but like a lot of shifties over here. Now they don't. It's not at their park, but there's actually a train station. Does mage attack vampires? They try not to, because there was a all-out blood war at some point. I wasn't a part of it. It was before I was summoned, but it was so bad that they decided that both sides are going to have a very tense truce, but they still don't like each other. What? Fellow will builder respect, yeah. But yeah, there was a really because the way a lot of vampire families work in this world is because vampires, like, how do I explain this? Okay, there's two types of vampires mostly. There is, and again, this is my lore. I'm not saying your lore. Please do not say this is all vampires. This is just the vampires in this city, in my lore. All right. But the way there's two types of vampires. There's true vampires, and then there's just regular vampires. True vampires are basically watered down demons, more or less. So they're the ones who could do all the magical bullshit that vampires are kind of known for. Hi, Linksy. Hi. But and they're also the only ones that can have children. So true vampires are technically alive. Your regular average vampire that you run into is more than likely going to just be undead. They're basically a human that got turned into a vampire. We're building a world without Minecraft. Whoa, indeed. Finally a vampire city. Let me get my collab. But yeah, most vampire families are they actually are just they actually go by family. So you're basically the vampire family you belong to is basically whoever bit you and drained you or whatever. So if someone I actually have the name of the vampire families, but I can't find them right now. But like, so you know, usually their vampire family always originates from one true vampire. The one true vampire is always going to be the progenitor of the family. The funny thing is vampires try their best to slowly destroy other families. So your vampire family will always live as long as your founder lives, but the vampires, because they're immortal and they live for fucking ever, they like to make games of slowly trying to kill each other off. Because once you kill your patriarch of your family line just dies. Like, your entire family line just dies. You can't be a part of another vampire family. Like, genetically. You can still join one, but everyone's gonna know you're not a part of the family, so you're gonna get treated differently. Oh, they come out at night? Yeah, they come out at night. Can you eat the vampires? No, you can't. Like, I mean, you can if you want to, but they taste nasty because they're dead. It's bigger than blood water. So yeah, it's like Hunger Games with vampires, because this is something that the vampires of the city just kind of do. Of course, they're not going to be outright about it, because that's stupid. Most vampires tend to, at this point, are kind of pretty chill with each other, but they kind of operate like gangs at this point. So if you're from this family, you'll be chill, but like, if it comes down to it, you will ally with your own vampire family. Clearly, you prepared your vampires differently. But again, most people will not actually run into a true vampire because they are rarely out in public by themselves. if you eat vampire, you are eating ashes and the vampire. I mean, your average vampire just tastes like, you know, old rotten blood. So yeah. But like, so over there, they have a bustling nightlife though. That's kind of what their area is known for, is they have a bustling nightlife. Like that's where, like, there's downtown where my stuff is, but a lot of people will also go to the vampire area not realizing it's where the vampires live. But like, but yeah, vampires are, your average one is pretty chill. Again, most of them don't like again, most vampires you run into are undead. They're not gonna, like, if you do find a vampire child, that's very awkward. Unless they're a true vampire's child, but again, they usually try not to let them out of their sight because true vampires are very rare. You know? What's the big green circle? This is, the big circle here is Parallel Park. This is, it's actually a gateway to one of the other worlds that is connected to this one, which is called just the other world where fairies live. And I can say fairies in general, but you know, fae nonsense. And there's also a unicorn that lives in the park that likes to fuck with people. You know, yeah. But that's Parallel Park. A lot of people, it's a very beautiful park, but if people will go missing there occasionally because fairies be dicks. You know? Yeah, normal unicorn activities. He's just kind of vibing. You know, he pokes things. It's funny. He's just like, yeah, poke. It's fun. He occasionally eats people, you know. Charles the Unicorn doesn't live there. No, he doesn't. His name is Machiavelli. Okay, no, he's not. He doesn't have a name. Anyway, so yeah, that's Parallel Park. But like, but the thing about this park is it's actually the reason that this was actually, because again, the purple used to be like white, because the mages used to be in charge of this before I took it. But they used the Parallel Park as like a major magical area. So that's kind of why we don't get along with mages, because I may or may not have stolen one of their major ritual grounds. You know, we don't know. Being a whole Elder to Monster situation. Because Parallel Park may or may not just be a gigantic pentagram. We don't know. Yeah, strategically quiet. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, so the Enigma Corporation, as well as those under my territory, do not get along with mages. Mages do not get along with vampires, and I keep calling them the furries, but the shifters are kind of neutral, honestly. They just want to be left alone most of the time. Not all of them, but most of them. Yes, I'm a true vessel. It's like, you stole the mage of what? The what? What are you talking about? I didn't steal any mages. Unless you count Daniel, but I didn't steal him. He showed up on his own. But yeah, but there's several large vampire, not vampire, well, yeah, there's a lot of vampire families. There's a lot of, see, I imagine groups of vampires were operating like gangs, but not fighting each other. They just got beef and try to see who can do better things in the world. Like one family trying to clean the ocean, the other is making alternative fuel sources, others are building homes and making jobs, etc. Where would the stay? You'd more, if you have any type of animal features, you would more than likely be over with the shifters if you want to, or you'd be welcome over there. She acquired the capital. And then there are the tribe of Wookiees. Oh god. What's I saying? Yeah. Honestly, Pulse, that's more or less how the vampires act. They're basically like gangs. And they also, like, at this point, they are very complicated in their interactions with each other, but the only thing that unites all of the vampires is they don't like mages, because mages tried to hunt them down to extinction once. Let's see, and then but is transferring the food to who is transferring food to the vampire territory? They're like rich. They literally just like order it normally. Like, they're just like, they have their ways. Like, they literally will just buy, like, they'll have like, most of the time if you have a donation drive in the city, more than likely it's just gonna go to vampires. It's just gonna go to them. Not always, but usually. They have a blood bank. Now imagine Italian gang vampires on the phones. Oh god damn it, let me go get him. Here you go, Your Majesty. Oh shit, he's up there. I forgot. 1 second. Oh, now you can't see anything. Fuck. Oh god. Okay, King Dribble, I'm gonna need you to get down a little bit. Get down! Anyway. But yes, Yeah, he's so chunky. Yeah. But yeah, the most now the thing is, true vampires are the ones who they can go out during the day. They're weak during the daylight, but it doesn't kill them like it does undead vampires. So they can go out in the day, they can have children, they can, to a degree, use magical bullshit. Not a lot, but enough. They do tend to transform. Undead vampires can't do shit. They're basically more or less sexy zombies at this point. We're going to spend my points on each time. How is different true vampire and normal vampire? So true vampire is a living being, so they do have a heartbeat. The other thing about true vampires is that, again, they do need blood, but no, they don't need it to survive. They can actually last pretty long without it. So they're alive. They are, let's see, they're alive. They are, they can walk out during the day without going on fire. It does give them migraines though. They can shift their body. They can use blood magic. They're the only ones that can use magic, honestly. And they also make the strongest undead vampires. And they're usually the ones who are always in charge. And the other thing is they also do the other difference between a true vampire and a normal vampire is that they can literally control their entire family. So if they literally say, everybody, I want you to go to Denny's and just steal all the waffle batter, everyone else will have to do it because they're undead. So, and see, they can also curl their tongues. Oh god. But yeah, so true vampires are pretty powerful. They also like to keep track of each other. So if there's ever a new true vampire, they always freak out because they're like, "Oh god damn it! What are we doing? What are we dealing with here?" You know, they're usually pretty. So they're also very much like hilariously like obsessed with anybody who bangs anybody else. They're also the only ones who are capable of having half vampire kids. I crashed one of the other crime lord's cars and I'm hiding out in your place. Damn. But yeah, you can't. Your normal vampire can't have children. They are basically they're frozen in place from when they turned, so they can't get any older than that. Let's see. Yeah, they can't get any older. They can turn other people or humans into vampires, but it's harder for them to do, depending on how far along they are. So, for example, full vampire incels. Hot. No. Am I allowed to go to a mage territory, or are they gonna kill me? It depends on what you are. So if you're a regular human, they'll probably ignore you, but if they sense you're magical, they're probably gonna try and harvest you for parts, to be quite honest. They would kill for my horns. But anyway, but no, when it comes to vampire, like I call it vampire lineage, the closer you are to a true vampire, the more likely you are to be able to make a vampire yourself. So for example, if you're the one who turned you as a true vampire, you could probably turn someone into a vampire very easily. But if you're like 7 bites down, there's a way lower chance of you being able to turn someone else into a vampire instead of just a corpse. You know? I'm a shadow demon. Yeah, they'll probably try to capture you or something. Goes into mage territory to bully mages. Oh my god. But yeah, and just like vampire families, the mage families are also very different. They all have different secrets and specializations. The one I know the best of, that I can easily talk about, is Blackbones, because that's technically the family Daniel is from. He is from the Blackbones mage family. He has estranged himself, but they still keep tabs on him. I heard the law and I desire the law. So I'm going to talk about the Black Bones family because they're very funny. So number one, they are alchemists. That's their main thing. They do know spells, but alchemy is actually their main thing. They're trying to become immortal because their predecessor or their ancestor, who is called Old Man Blackbones, is technically immortal, but in the worst way possible. He's still aged, so at this point he's just a pile of bones. The reason they're called Black Bones is because genetically they actually have black bones. So as a result, they actually don't see, like, if something ever happens to them, they never go to a regular doctor or hospital. They actually have their own in their territory. So over here, they have their own hospitals if something happens to them, because they don't feel like explaining to your regular freaking muggle why their bones are black and why they're hard to x-ray. You know? Jokes aside, I love urban fantasy and your lore sounds so good. It sounds like a world of darkness. Yeah, it's kind of like that. To reacquire property from the mages. Oh, God. I killed them for capturing me. Honey, don't be like god modding in my world, alright? See, Daniel should have stretched better so he didn't entangle himself so badly. Let's see, can I go mess with the mages? No! They're annoying! But yeah, Old Man Blackbones, he's still around. They keep him locked in a cupboard because he managed to get himself a physical body one time and he just caused a lot of issues. So he's not allowed to talk to people anymore. They keep most of his body in storage and they keep his head in a cupboard. I like Old Man Blackbones just because he is just really snarky because he's just a skull at this point. Because he basically he used alchemy to give him immortality, but he just can't die. But he's still aged, so he just so he cannot leave he's literally locked on this plane of existence, and the bones are literally all he's got. So like one of his descendants actually tossed him into a lake, and it was very funny because his family freaked out. Problematic granddad. Yeah, he's super problematic actually. I work hard, party with shifters. Is that what I do as an employee? I mean, you can if you want to. It's like a moral mage trapped in the cupboard. Yeah, he's just trapped in the cupboard. It's very funny. Like, someone has to guard him at all times to make sure nobody takes his head. Let's see, what is a way to kill an immortal mage? Why do you want to know that, Shadow? Are you trying to like Goku your problems? Because we don't do that here. Anyway. Bozo shouldn't have aged, he shouldn't have. But to be fair, there's like a lot of immortal characters actually. Eternal life, not eternal youth. Yeah, he got it wrong. Hearing about mages and gangs make me think of how I made a setting with various magical mafia gangs once. Ooh, that's cool. But yeah, so that's the Blackbones family. They're like the biggest and most influential family in the city. Like I said, Daniel is actually originally from the Blackbones family. Which he does not like to talk about it, so please do not ask him about it. Because he will just glare at you because he hates his family very much. But yeah, so that's them. They're kind of the only ones that actually want to harvest me versus just banish me. I'm pretty sure 75% of the groups in your setting would hate my guts because I just mess around. Good luck stopping Rocky. Oh no. I'm curious. The vampires can die from the sun. Sharp stick. I don't know about Tomorrow Mage. I mean, that's your regular vampire. True vampires are a little harder to deal with. Not to say that they're unkillable, but they are harder to deal with than your regular average vampire. Because if they're desperate, they will suck your soul out. But that's if they're desperate. Regular vampires cannot suck souls, they can only suck your blood. I want to hang out with the old mage. He sounds like a fun guy. He is very funny. Being stuck as a skull for so long, he has a very interesting sense of humor. I'm gonna borrow Grandpa's black bones so we can go to a casino. Oh god. Vampires try to bite me and I'm just gonna hurt their teeth. Oh god. Funny enough, Old Man Blackbones does have one friend. He has one friend. His name is Ethan. Now, okay. Now I gotta bring out Ethan's lore. Ethan is like, he's I think he's like hey there, hello Rosie, hello, no. Ethan, I think, is Daniel's granduncle. Okay. Ethan is technically also immortal, but he is immortal in a different way. he basically reincarnates, but he can always remember who he was. So he's what I call a conscious reincarnator. So he's also an alchemist. He cannot control where he's born or when, because to him time is not linear, but he gets reborn all the time, and he is very funny about it. Goes into mage territory. Sup guys, I'll bully you later. Your plans to fuck up your immortal. Oh my god. But yeah, so oh geez, what was that? Okay, I just realized this thing's in front of the alerts. I'm so sorry. But hello, hey there, Quincy. Welcome in, welcome in. My name is, well, you already know who I am. Thank you very much, Raiders. How you doing today? We're talking about Lua. Yeah, Ethan is like a phoenix if he was just a sexy dude. But now the thing about, so even he did discover immortality. It's just unlike Old Man Blackbones, he is not trapped. He is not trapped in his body. Yeah, we talk about Lua. The funny thing about him is that he, because Ethan is also immortal, he hates being a child, even though he knows it's required. But he hates being a child because he has a very hard time pretending to be a kid. Because he's just an old guy. He's just like, oh god, I'm a kid again. Sucks. Also, my model's slowing down. Ooh. 1 second. So yeah, you're gonna have to deal with my model being a little bit weird. Yeah, just a little guy. But yeah, so but Ethan, his main goal is mostly getting to see his wife. His wife is a true immortal. She does not age, nor can she die. And he just decided that they're married. So whenever he reincarnates, he tries to find her, because unlike himself, she never dies. So she's kind of like his way of kind of steadying himself, you know? Can make a club of the immortal guy where we just fuck around and do cool immortal shit. Stop trying to steal Old Man Blackbones. He's dangerous and annoying. So yeah, but Ethan, he was born into the Blackbones family once, and he just discovered Old Man Blackbones and took him out for, like, you know, a joyride one day, and they became friends. So every time he reincarnates, he tries to find his wife, but sometimes he'll just go and visit Old Man Blackbones if he's reborn into the city, just to hang out, because Old Man Blackbones is lonely. Jojo taught the best to deal with immortals is to launch them into space. Oh my god. I'd hang out with Old Man Blackbones, not gonna lie. Like, the only thing about Old Man Blackbones is that he will try to eventually get you to perform a ritual to get him a physical body again. Which he's not allowed to do, because the last time he did it, he had an absurd amount of kids and made things really chaotic for his family. He's like, wait, I have a body again. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fuck! Let me stop. I'm gonna be good. But no, that's legitimately what he did. The first thing he did is just have an absurd amount of kids. Like, because he's actually sexy when he has a body, so he's just like, he just wifed up anybody that was willing. He's just like, hey, what, you just need money? Here, I will give you $1,000, let's go. Like, and she's like, I mean, I'm not gonna say to a sexy man, give me $1,000 a bone, let's go. He's the reason his family's so huge. Like, they had to track down so many random family members and bastards because of him. And they're like, okay, we're never doing this again. They just not low. Stealing Ethan too? Oh my god, don't steal Ethan, he's doing things. Can't blame them. He has been abstinent for centuries. Like, his family had to band together to, like, capture him, kill him again, and then, like, just basically put his head back in the cabinet. And by kill, I mean just take away his physical body. So they, like, you know, decapitated him and then, you know, boiled all his parts. And he's like, well, well, that's never happening again. They didn't even give him a magazine in the cupboard. I like the idea of Old Man Blackbones just literally just being the skull who's like just, he's not, like, he didn't even do anything that bad, but they're like, okay, look, we can't have you just, you know, trying to literally impregnate every woman you see. We have a schedule, sir. And he's just like, if she's hot, it's happening. He's like, hey, consent, let's go. like it's just... He's like, this bone man is ready to bone. Oh god. I had to deal with my eye. But yeah, but the other funny thing about him is that he actually is a powerful mage, so him having a body is still a bad thing. Hey Magnia, hey Monica, welcome in. You're not bad, but what the fuck is this? But yeah, he actually is the most powerful mage in their family, which makes him a menace. Like, Old Man Blackbones is a menace. See, we should get along well. Oh my god. How can you find him if his bones are in different places? I mean, all of his bones are in the same place. They just separated his head from his body. Because the thing is, he can't move. He doesn't have any muscle. I'm not going to say him being a skeleton means he can still move. He doesn't have telekinesis. If he literally cannot move at all because he has no muscles at this point. Please give him access to the TV. They do. No, actually they do let him watch TV sometimes. Because they don't need him, like, screaming at people. He doesn't have telekinesis, but he can talk with his mind. I feel like the existence of Rocky in your world would be a significant thing due to the importance of magic and all, because, you know, Rocky's a wellspring of magic energy. Yeah, they'd probably try to use it as a battery or something. Mages be maging. But yeah. Not bone born? What? Wait, see, how can you find him if he born in different places? Oh, are you talking about Ethan? God damn it. The thing about Ethan is you can't just find when he is born, he literally is just like any other kid. You can't sense him or anything, because what makes him so powerful is his knowledge, not necessarily his physical being. So you won't notice the Ethan unless he is using magic. And let him watch Bluey. Oh my god. You know, Ethan is very much, and the thing is, he's very conscious of that. So Ethan will not use his powers most of the time just because he doesn't feel like people trying to find him, because he's very valuable to most mages because of the knowledge he has, and he does not feel like being tortured for knowledge, because that's happened to him before. He's just like, I was literally tortured to death. It was not fun. I'm not doing that again. Like, he's just like, no, I'm not doing that again. No. He's like, pain is bad. And now thinking that there would be copycats claiming to be Ethan. Nobody wants to be Ethan. That's the thing. You do not want to be Ethan. If I bring it back in the office. Shadow, what are you talking about? You said it. What are you... Honey, you're gonna have to actually say what you're talking about, because you're kind of doing the disjointed sentences again. Anyway. But yeah, it's like, saying you're Ethan is like saying you're Sasquatch. Someone's gonna try and kidnap you. You don't want that, because mages are not nice. I mean, hashtag not all mages, but like, the Blackbones mages are like the worst ones, because they are very much, we will try our best to utilize you for whatever. You know, even if it kills you, because they know Ethan is just gonna live again anyway. But yeah, they didn't know who Ethan was when he was born into their family, but they've been trying to hunt him down ever since. I never said the person doing it was smart, oh boy. Yeah, nobody wants to be Ethan. Like, you never want to say you're Ethan. Like, depending on, and again, like, he calls himself Ethan regardless of his incarnation, but he always has a different name because his parents always name him. He usually, the thing about him is that he's like, because of how many times this happened, Ethan has this lovely habit of just killing off his parents after a while, because they get annoying to him. He's like, I'm 11 years old. They're already getting on my nerves. So he just has a tendency to kill his parents. Like, I mean, he's like, because he doesn't want to explain to his parents how he can be like 5 years old and understand what's going on. He's just like, okay, all right. Who's my next of kin? All right, okay, time to engineer some accidents so I can be a tragic orphan or whatever. He just does that. He's just like, I'm so tired. That's the other reason he just hates being a child, because he hates being dependent on people. Like, so remember, if you're the parents of an Ethan, your days are numbered. He's like reverse Batman. But like, can't believe Ethan still goes through this puberty rebellion in every reincarnation exactly when he's just like, I can't believe it's like, what do I do? My son's trying to rebel against me. He tried to push me down the stairs the other day. What's going on with him? Oh, I can actually talk about his wife. Her name's Arne. Ethan, I will find justice. Oh god. Now, again, Arne is the only true immortal in the city. And by that I mean, you know, she doesn't age, and she actually literally cannot die. Like, at all. It is foreign to her. The funny thing about her is that she's kind of, how do I explain? She also hates me. Arne hates me, by the way. Let's see, dating apps aren't working. Time to look confused at the store that sells Warhammer stuff. Damn. Hi, Lookworm, how you doing? Start a Facebook! Also got to ask, where is the himbo store located? Oh, right here. It's over here. It's right there. It's right there. Anyway. Names a child Ethan in hopes that my DNA will make him strong enough for a fun fight. Oh god. Like, I love it. So yeah, Arne hates me because the thing about Arne is that she is, I'm not sure what she is, to be quite honest, but she's kind of some type of, I don't know, reaper or something. I don't know, I'm not sure. But like, the thing about her, she has a tendency to, she has the ability to kill and banish just about anything. So everybody in the city is afraid of her if they see her. There was actually an incident where a cult summoned an eldritch god that was not me, and she basically banished him. Kinda. He's banished and or dead. It's weird. It's complicated. So yeah, most people don't want to deal with her, because if something attracts her attention, she instantly wants to get rid of it. Is she hiring? She works at a flower shop. So if you want to go work for her, you will be working at a flower shop. It's called Wisteria. Anyway. Crazy love. Yeah, she's like the strongest. I believe that Arne is the strongest being in the city, maybe the world. I'm not sure. Because the reason I say she can't die is that now sometimes her physical body will fall apart depending on how much power she uses, but her core is a stone. She's literally just a crystal gem from Steven Universe, but it's this round orb, and that orb is unbreakable. Like, it is impossible to break. But basically she will regenerate she will regenerate her physical body at some point. Yes, Arne is black. Crazy loves the power. Yeah, she's absurd. Okay, this is important. Is Arne gotta be annoying. Yes, but Arne is black. She has the same skin tone I do, actually. It's just she has white hair, but she does have smooth white hair, because some black people do have smooth hair. But yeah, but her eyes, she has very pretty eyes. They are actually, her eyes are actually rainbow. She has rainbow eyes. But yeah, she doesn't like me very much, mainly because I'm not from here. Because I'm from a different dimension, she does not like me, and she's been trying to figure out how. She tried to cut me in half when we met, and it just didn't work, and she's very confused about it. She's like, oh, Nani the fuck, and she's been trying to figure out how to get rid of me ever since, because I'm not supposed to be here. So she's determined to kill me, but she's been very polite about it, at least. But yeah, Arne is like, she's kind of terrifying to most people because of her power of, I call it instant death, but she also has the ability to cure just about anything depending on what it is. There are some stuff that is out of her power too, but it's not necessarily because it's more powerful, but it's mainly more complicated because she does have compassion. So she doesn't just want to straight up kill your ass. Even hello. Like, for example, there's this guy named Harvest. You guys you probably saw Harvest before, but Harvest has a curse in his eye. It's an eldritch curse, so it's actually tied to me. I did not curse him, but that's complicated. But the point is he has an eldritch curse in his eye. And when he was younger, Now this didn't happen in New Brixton. This happened in another city. Because he's from like the fucking country. He's also from like somewhere in Europe. I don't know where. But Harvest, basically what happened is there was this other cult, because I love me some good old-fashioned cults, who basically came to his city saying that they can help raise the dead. And his grieving mother was just so freaking detached from reality at this point. She's just like, I will definitely give up my son to get my husband back who got crushed by a tree. You know? Indeed, beep boop. The guy in the back, can she cure my crippling loneliness? Oh god. So who doesn't love a good cult? Yes, raising the dead. They said they can bring back the dead. But it can't be done without a price. Therefore, if you want your loved one back, you must give someone else you love in return. His Harvest's mother was very far gone at that point, and he was like a kid. So she gave her kid to this cult who put a monster in his eyeball. And then they sealed him in a box. So imagine this poor kid is in a 12 by 12 box of darkness, you know, with a fucking monster in his eyeball. Because what they were the cult was trying to make him into an eldritch god. Instead of summoning one, they were trying to make him into one. So what they would do is this magic box they put him into, you can only go in, but you cannot come back out. So what would happen is they would feed the monster in his eyeball, but because the way it affected him is that the monster itself couldn't do anything, but it could affect his body. And it made it so anybody he touched would turn to ash. So what this cult did is it systematically told people that the people, like, they needed people inside the box, because they said the person that you loved, that you were trying to resurrect, was in the box. And they would shove people into the box with this lonely kid who, he's like 9 when he gets cursed, by the way. So he's like 9 in this box, and they shove people in there, and there's no way out of this box. Like, you're just gonna slowly starve to death in this box. Indeed, Lua. So, and the things, he didn't know he had a corrosive touch. So the first time someone touched him to be like, hey, what are you doing in here? They literally turned into ash. Like, you know, that type of ash from incense, that very soft, fluttery ash, they turned to that, and he absorbed, and the thing in his eye got stronger. And he's mortified because he accidentally did a murder. Even though he did not do a murder. And he doesn't understand what's going on, because again, he's a child. And he's just in this dark box, and people are getting shoved in there, and he gets desensitized to it, where he's just like, because sometimes he'll just tell the people, don't touch me, you'll die, you know? And they'll slowly starve to death. They'll just slowly starve to death. And he's like, okay, I don't want that. So he got desensitized to the point where if someone got shoved in the box, the first thing he would do is he would just touch their face, so that way, kind of like getting rid of their head first, so hopefully they won't suffer, you know? You're reminding me that I need to actually write out my lore at some point. You should! And so what actually ended up happening is eventually his mother gets shoved into the box because she's told her husband's in here! Yeah, they actually called him the Lord of Ruin, but he's like basically a being of decay. And his mother gets shoved in there. And he's just kind of like dead inside. And she's like, you know, screaming where her husband is, who is he? Because she's just so freaking off the rocker by that point. And he's just like, well, you'll see father soon. And I'm like, oh! Oh no! And so that's just Harvest's life for a while. He doesn't know how long he was in the box, because this cult is, he can't hear anything. He's just in the box until they shove somebody in there. But one day the box like breaks open and he sees sunlight for the first time in a long time, and guess who's there? RNA. Because he was getting the thing in his eye was getting so strong it attracted her attention. So touching the child in my arms starts to turn to dust, and I tried to regenerate while touching him. Shadow, make your own world where you can be a weird little waffle stomper, because you're getting weird over there. Like, if I say something and your first thing is, well, this is how I defeat it, then just go step on a waffle somewhere. Why do you do that, man? Like, maybe that's just what you do for fun, but like, you know, don't just go into someone else's, don't try to go into someone else's world so you can step on their waffles, because that, number one, that's rude. Because like I said, all this is for my lore, but this does not apply to anybody else's. You know? Well, that's what it is. You're literally just stepping on waffles at that point. Like, what? Who cares? Yes, think of the butter. Anyway, so because she's gotten strong enough to attract her attention. She's kind of like a white blood cell, I think. And so she kind of responds to anything that just should not be there, or should not be. And again, these are things that don't belong in the world. So vampires are fine, you know, but this is the eldritch creature that's slowly being brought into this world. So she goes over there, but unfortunately they've been feeding it so much that she can't kill it in one go, because it causes her body to disintegrate. She can't use magic unless she has a physical body. And see, I ain't got there to step on waffles, but I might burn down the local Waffle House once or twice. Yeah, the Waffle House. But yeah, so she technically would be able to take care of it, but the problem is that it got too powerful for her. So she managed to make it so she cured most of his magical cursory, but so he no longer has Harvest no longer has corrosive touch, but the thing in his eye still wants to eat people or eat stuff. At this point, it can only eat other eldritch creatures. It can't even eat people. So whenever he's near something eldritch, he can feel it because his eyeball starts fucking up. I'm just trying to attract some shifter baddies. Why are we stepping down waffles now? I don't know. It's something Shadow likes to do. Do the corner city can attack? What? Honey, I'm gonna need you to sound that out for me. Anyway, I just want to watch the world play up. Yep. But yeah, but the funny thing about, so after Harvest is, he doesn't know what happened, because again, this random lady, came out of nowhere, and like, and unfortunately for him, she did have to touch him, and so she did get hit with the corrosive touch, and he thought he killed her. He straight up thought he killed her. But like, he no longer had the corrosive touch, because what happened is after that, shortly, a guy who was trying to follow RNA, his name is Marcus Malloy, he was trying, because the thing is, the Mage Society wants to capture RNA because she is fascinating. And he was following her, and he doesn't know she has this ability to turn, that if her body disintegrates, she turns into an orb. He doesn't know that. So he just finds this random kid who's scared of being touched, who's holding a random glowing ball. And he's like, well, looking at all this, death and destruction, I guess, something bad happened to you. Like, kid, you okay? And he just got Harvest just being a scared child. Even though he has like the body of like freaking, like, you know, by this point he's like 18. So he's been in the box for a while, you know? Is the purple city part the attacker? No, that's us, dude. The purple part's us. Anyway, so after he kind of figures out, like, he doesn't feel like dealing with the scared child man, so he just literally just uses magic to knock Harvest out, because the boy just freaked out all the time, decided to just take him home, because he's just like, well, I don't know what your problem is, but I guess I should investigate. I'm scared. Why are you scared? Jose the Cuckoo, how you doing? This is a grape flavored streets. Oh god. I'm talking about the up right corner. That's another city, so I don't know. But yeah, so that's the story of Harvest. Don't worry, Harvest did get help. He got adopted by Marcus, and now he works at a bookstore, a haunted bookstore. I guess I should investigate. How did RNA become a true immortal? Nobody knows, actually. She's just like that. She just showed up like that. Because no one knows where she came from, and she herself doesn't know either. She doesn't know where she came from or why she does a lot of the things she does. She does not know, and she doesn't really care. Did she also do it out of spite? Nah. It's just something she feels like she just needs to do. Just listening quietly before because I enjoy her. But yeah, RNA is she's a very interesting person because in her downtime indie tag where what? But like in her downtime she, like I said, she owns a flower shop that her main thing is gardening and releasing the spirits of the dead. Because sometimes people who are afflicted by like the dead will bring them to her so she can send them on their way. So that's something she also does. Because I have this story I need to write. This is one of the few ones I might write out. It's called Forget-Me-Nots, where a woman is haunted by the ghost of her dead best friend who unalived herself and is haunting her. It's a story of tragic, toxic friendship. My favorite kind. But yeah, it's a very interesting story because catharsis or whatever. But yeah, it's one of the few ones I might actually write out because it's a short story. It's called Forget-Me-Nots. But yeah, so that's something that RNA does, is that she can release spirits to wherever the fuck they go after this. Probably Soul Soup, I don't know. But yes, but because she is a magical being, she can see magic very easily. I would love to read that. It's sad, and I definitely have to put trigger warnings in it. But it's something I honestly would love to write. It's one of the few things I know it all the way through. I know how it begins, I know how it ends. It would be a very sad story, very gut-wrenching, but I think it'd be nice. But yeah. So you have the Blackstone bookstore, which is where Harvest ends up working at because he ends up unconscious because he's trying to figure out where his stupid dad went. Because he's looking for Marcus, because he's just like, I'm pretty sure you're like under probation or something, and he's just like, or I could just not be and just piece the fuck out. And he's just like, Dad, no. Harvest is a good boy though. He's a good boy. But yeah, he currently works at a haunted bookstore. His boss is an alchemist. Her name is Amelia. Amelia is the creator of the Catboys from Catboys Cafe. Yes, Catboy Cafe is in this city. You have a lot of interesting stories and storylines. Yeah, I just can't write worth a damn, so that's why I'm just doing lore dumps. Where's that one sandwich shop I keep throwing triple at? I believe it's actually like over here, actually. I think it's like right over here. I think it's right over here. Does human have... The thing is, all of this... Humans live everywhere. Humans are just there. They're fine. Most humans don't even know that all this stuff is even happening. Because again, this is an urban fantasy-esque setting, so humans are like the dominant group. These are just the territories. So your average human can literally walk by like all these people and not even know that they're not humans. That's why I'm like, I don't know why you're trying to power scale over here, because it doesn't even matter. This is not one of those Godzilla is attacking every 2 days type of realities. It's not like that. It's more like if something large scale does happen, your average person won't really understand its magical in nature. Like for example, let's say like I don't know, like if I actually went into a monster form and started attacking the local mall, they'll literally not be able to realize that's what's happening after the fact. They won't really be able to, people won't really be able to recall what's going on. Cameras won't be able to catch it clearly, and they'll literally just say like, obviously there was like some type of like train wreck or something. They'll try to explain it, but they won't be able to quite understand what happened. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about the train station. There's a train, one of the longest train station. Hey Nixie, hello, welcome in. Look. So another thing the city has, it's been forever, it has. Another thing the city has is we do have, because I like Shinto because I'm a fucking weeb. Thank you for the headpats. So there's actually Shinto gods here. I only remember the name of one of them, but her name is Hanabi. She is the goddess of Hanabi Station. Also, thank you very much for the hydrate. Hanabi Station is the main train station that goes through the entire city. But it basically stops, I believe the main stop is like right here. Yeah. This is where Hanabi Station stops. Right here in this mall here. and because it's kind of central. But Hanabi Station, the goddess Hanabi, she is a patron goddess of children. So, like, she she more or less haunts a train station, and it's like this big Oni lady who beats up people who try to kidnap kids. That's like her main thing. If you're like a lost child and you're lost in like Hanabi Station, you're almost always going to find your parents again. You know, like that's her prerogative. She protects children. Heaven forbid you. No, don't abandon your kids though. She will kick your ass if she thinks you're abandoning your kid at her station. She will kick your ass. But like she also has attendants too, who basically help watch over people as well. One of her attendants is like a guy who got hit by a train, and he's just kind of a ghost living with Hanabi now. But there's her. There's also the I can't remember. I think I called her Midori because it was a nickname because she's green, but like her hair's green. But she's like there's a shrine to her somewhere in the Shifter territory. It's the opposite of Spirit Away, yeah. But like there's her, and then there's there's a sea god who likes to hang out by the harbor. He looks like a fisherman who's like in his 20s. He just looks like a chill dude, but he's actually a deity. He has a shrine and everything. He just likes to hang out and fish. So yeah, those are the three main gods of the city. Again, they're like Shinto-esque, so they're not like curb stompy gods, but they're definitely very much like worshipped, and people like to talk to them, and they will give you blessings. None of them talk to me, in case you're wondering. None of them talk to me. I can't even see them. The only reason I know is because humans could talk to them. But yeah, Hanabi is like my favorite just because she will punch people. She's like, what do you call? She's like one of the muscle mummies I keep hearing about. She's one of those. I think she's also one of the few that's also as tall as I am. She big lady. I like Hanabi. Let's see. Yeah, she's a muscle mummy. Does what is dragon fur redeem? It's dragon purr, and it's when I purr and look at the thing. Where is she? She's at the train station. Let's see. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that happens in just the city, and again, this is not the only setting that's connected to my lore, because again, I'm going to the train station. Oh my god, you're going for Hanabi. He's like, let me get some of that muscle, mommy. I like Hanabi though. She kind of rude though, but you know, some of you guys are into that. But yeah, no wait, her name's not Midori, it's Chidori. Anyway, we're at this station, yes. But like Chidori, she basically looks like a young girl, in a full-on green kimono with green hair. Her shrine is up on a hill. She's super shy though. She's very shy, and she has a habit of peeking around trees at people at her shrine, on her shrine grounds. She's very cute. But she likes to bless people with good luck. Where's the flower shop place? The flower shop. Let me get it. The flower shop. He's kind of in the way. But it's over. It's basically King Dribble's in the way, but it's in the Shifter territory. That's where the flower shop is. Mainly because like nobody wants to deal with her. Oh my god, I got resubscribbled. Hello, how are you? Hey Bart, how you doing? We're talking about Lula. Okay, so boss, is it okay if I work part-time at the train station for no specific reason? I mean, if you want to. Like, the thing about Hanabi is that she's very straightforward, so I don't know if she's gonna show herself to you or not. Because again, her main prerogative is protecting children. That's like literally the main way to get, like, and also don't put a kid in danger just to meet her. She won't like it. She'll be like, yeah, no. And she'll just throw you out of her domain. And literally make it so you can't, she'll literally make it so you just cannot enter the station. It's like, it'll literally be like, you know, like your ticket won't work, the train station's weirdly delayed, like it'll be like that. Any chance I can get some turf as well as, what are you talking about? No, you can't. I'm afraid my kids are gone, damn. As she should. But yeah, she's very serious. I like Hanabi because she's super serious. Yeah, no territory for you. But but she's super serial. What else is there? We also got graveyards or whatever. But like I said, there's a lot of stuff. And again, we do have there's the New Brightston PD. So there's New Brightston PD, but there's also New Brightston PD special investigation unit. They're the ones who actually do look into like all of the magical shenanigans. They are not, they're kind of independent of the mage families, but not really. It's more like they kind of have this type of truce more or less, because they're kind of like, okay, we don't work directly for you, but we need to know if you're messing with humans or not, because you guys are kind of terrible. They look for Ethan if you like. You can look for Ethan. Oh my god, don't look for Ethan. Party with the shifters on the weekend and be a great asset to the company. Work at the trade station. Oh my god, you have a very full schedule. But yeah, the it's a very, I really do like the city because of all the cool stuff that can happen here. Because again, even with the mage families, there's multiple ones. There's like, not all of them are as interesting as the Black Bones family. Some of them are pretty just pretty derp. I forgot what the name of the other one was. I think it was like Tremere or something. And then like, and again, the shifters more or less have a union because of all the different types that there are. The wolves are obviously the biggest one, but they're not the only ones. You have other shifters. You have like boar shifters, cat shifters, stuff like that. Yeah, Gumshoe lives over here. Gumshoe lives right there. He's like the only one that actually has a place in here because he asked me, and he's my Oshi, so I'm not gonna tell him no. So yeah, this is where Gummy lives. Yeah, cat shifters. Yeah. Oh no. But yeah, there's because there's also I call them yokai, but they're not all yokai. But like there's a lot of there's like, for example, over over here, I call it yokai corner, but that is not what it's called. But basically it's a oh wait, no, it's actually not over here, it's actually over here. It's right there. It's just by Parallel Park. Is it gonna pray for me? Oh dear. But like, there's actually a store that's owned by a couple of thank you for the care combo. I'm gonna go ahead and drink some water. Is Post causing trouble for the city? I'm trying to honestly figure out, because I do like the idea of Post just being this annoying little guy that keeps trying to stab people. I'm not sure what I want Post to be yet. Like, I don't know if Post is a regular human or something else. I'm leaning a little bit towards something else, but it would be really funny. Like, because he would be very interesting. Oh no, I've been goofed. Oh shit, it's been happening. Anyway, how's it going? See, Poof, you said going to work is part-time train, but whatever. Now I'm wondering if we can actually got magic in this world, or I'm just, or if I'm just mundane, so I can probably meet magical people. I don't know. Like, it depends, because you can just be a regular human and encounter a magical being and not even know it. Like, for example, the people who come to Catboy Cafe don't know that the guys there are actually catboys, because they're technically magical in nature because of their existence. So most people, when they remember or when they recall the cafe, they just remember it as guys wearing cat ears, not realizing that those ears are real. Like, that's how they remember it, you know? So you could technically, like, for example, the guy who was the unicorn, sometimes he'll just show up as a regular human guy and people will not know he's a unicorn. He just likes to stay in the park. Like, you'll literally have people like that. That's why technically the company I have, some magical beings work here, they just have a human-like form. Because, again, they just kind of live here. You know? So yeah, if you want to be a regular person, you can. If you want to be somebody with magic, you can. Just remember that this is a slice of life setting, so there's really no battle system or something like that, because these are just people living in this world. Unless I get free housing working for the company, so I'll stay. That's already a big dub. Exactly. Yeah. But like, And that's the thing, because I kind of have to emphasize this to people, that this is not a power scaling battle royale type of world. This is a slice of life type of world. Where's the Catboy Cafe? Asking for a friend. Catboy Cafe is, let's see, where is it? I have to put it on the map, but it's technically in this little chunky area right here. It's like right in here. This is actually where Catboy Cafe is. It's right in here. I pop in every now and then to get a chill. There you go. There's other cafes too. So there's Catboy Cafe, there's Macharon, and then there's actually Noontide Cafe. That's actually in the vampire area because it's actually only opened at night. It's just a coffee house at night. That's all it is. Let's see, I just be living my life, hanging out with some cool peeps. Not to mention, according to the map, we got waterfront property, boys. We do. We have a lot of waterfront property. But yeah, the Noontide Cafe is literally just a cafe that's just open only at night. Like, they open at sundown. So a lot of people like to go there and chill. Because again, even though yes, there's vampires and yes, they require blood, a lot of them are not like bloodthirsty, because again, they do have a very easy way of getting blood most of the time. Because this is like, because I'm sorry, it always kind of weirds me out whenever you have a setting with vampires and yet the vampires don't have easy access to blood. Like, that bothers me sometimes, where I'm like, why? Especially if they've been around for a very long ass time. I'm sorry, but old people, like, if you're around long enough, you will be able to make money pretty easily. You know? Especially if you have a lineage of vampires. So I'm like, why do y'all always have to be like, ugh, I need blood, I need to go and attack people, when you just go to break into a fucking blood bank or some shit. But whatever. So yeah, since blood is pretty easy for them to get, like, they're just very chill most of the time. the seethe, not seething. Just own a clinic. Well, like, they don't have to do that because the vampire families are basically influential enough where they could just have blood drives or just purchase blood from other places that have blood drives and stuff. They can just purchase blood. It's pretty easy. The night cafe is nice if you are working in night shift, yeah. And that's the thing, that's why, like, most people do not realize it's run by vampires. They don't know that because they don't attack people in it. Like, a lot of the vampires will just have places for you to hang out at night because they're just slice of life regular vampires. Sometimes they get caught into the weird machinations of the true vampire brethren, but usually your average vampire is just gonna be an average person who's just like, yeah, I'm undead now. Kinda sucks. Like, for example, there's a small, I call it a mage family, but they're actually really, really tiny. There's like only 4 of them. But there's like this lady, her husband, well, no, okay, rather not her husband, but her baby daddy. But there's this lady, her baby daddy got turned into a vampire, so it makes things very awkward because, like, you know, the father of her child is a vampire now. And she's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you in my house. He's just like, really? She's like, yeah, I'm not letting you in my house. No. She's like, you're not seeing your daughter ever. He's just like, he's just like, you know, I can't prove that I'm a vampire in court. She's like, I know. She's like, I'm not gonna run the risk of you getting hungry and chomping down on your daughter. He's like, you know that doesn't work that way. She's like, I don't know how that works. Is there a vampire library? Of course there is. They have libraries, bookstores. They literally have everything everyone else has. It's just they open at night. Now, are the vampires the Twilight variety? No. They're just your regular people who drink blood. Hey, Oaks. Hello. But yeah, there's the true vampires who are living and drink blood, and then there's the undead who are the ones who are basically they were a regular human that got turned into a vampire, so they crave blood to exist. Yeah. But again, most of them just drink from blood packets most of the time. Also, your normal vampire can't eat food anymore. Because their insides are just fucking liquid at this point. True vampires can eat food. But yeah, your regular average vampire doesn't like to doesn't really like eating food. Now when it comes to the normal vampire though, if they're like newly turned, they can still eat food, but the longer they've been a vampire, the less they can eat food. Anyway. Night butcher shop, yeah. Because the thing is also some vampires just have night businesses, not even for vampires, but because they saw the niche of some humans just need to get stuff at night. So yeah, some of them work at gas stations. In vampire Starbucks, like the blood lattes are overpriced. Oh my god. But no one talks about it because it's on every block. Yeah, I was talking about the different territories and whatever. Excuse me. Which alley does the one raccoon who keeps stealing my corn dogs live in? I don't know. That one's outside my jurisdiction. Can they food with blood added? I guess that's the point of the what? If you're like, basically, if you were like turned like a month ago, you can still eat food. You are gonna still crave blood though. But if you've been a vampire for like 4 years, you're not going to be able to digest it very well. You're going to just throw it back up because your body can't really digest anymore. You need blood. Blood sausage. It's one of those things like, yeah, but like normal vampires, the longer you're a vampire, the less you'll be able to actually eat normal food. Shakes fist, I'll find you, trash bandit. I'm guessing it's can they eat food with blood added? They can, but it's not going to be enough for them after a while. And again, like basically they just kind of slowly turn to like liquid on the inside. Which bridge was the one I lived on in the lore? I don't know. I think it could be the one on the left. I don't know. I guess just pick one. Just pick one. So Europeans see no changes. Yeah. Pretty much. But just like after a while then because that's also when they get hit by with a normal vampire, when they get killed, I liked when True Blood, when they explode, they just turn into fucking water balloons. So they don't turn into ash, they turn into that unless it's in sunlight. Then sunlight they turn into ashes because they're burning. That's why we pin this driblet. I do like my vampires actually, they're very funny. What do you say? Hey there, Ruby Queen 24, and also Vexa1702. Thank you so much for joining the organization. You can pick up your badge at the front desk. My name is Sammy, by the way. Put it in the ocean. Oh wait, I gotta get a different one because I'm using this one's my pointer one. This is my pointer. Let me find another one. Doot. All right. But yeah, most people, most vampires are, or most people don't try to just hunt vampires anymore. They were hunted before, but nowadays, like unless they cause a big of an issue, most people do not try to hunt vampires nowadays because it's just kind of seen as rude. Again, mostly. Usually, for example, if there is a vampire that like gets blood crazy because they just, for some stupid reason, just did not want to have blood at all, usually most vampires will take care of it themselves versus having some human take care of them. They don't like when humans kill their kind, so they rather take care of their own kind. Yeah. It's very bad for business because the thing is, think of it this way: you're a true vampire, and you find out that one of your vampire babies like murdered someone in like broad nightlife, you know, and people are looking around being like, "What's going on? Is this true crime?" And you're like, "Oh god damn it." So you have to literally take care of this before one of the other vampire families uses this as an excuse to try and cull your family, because that's something that will happen. Is if the other vampire families think your family is getting too big, they will try to cull your family. So they'll literally start just kind of killing your vampire kids until you're a quote-unquote suitable size, because you can always make more. You know, that's literally their attitude. Is like, you can always just make more. They're like, no, I actually really like that one. He was hot. like vampires are interesting to me. Imagine a rumor that the Loch Ness dripple lurking in the water. Oh god. But yeah, but that's how like a lot of vampire society is. And again, like the bigger the family, the more strict it is. Most true vampires don't like their families getting too big, and depending on who your ancestor was or who the starter of your family line was, they'll literally be like, you are not allowed to make another vampire, you are banned. And they will literally kind of install that like into you, like they'll make it like an order that you can just literally not make another vampire. Like you will not do the process to make another vampire because some of them just do not feel like dealing with the annoyance of what baby vampires are like. He's like, I'm a new, and he's like, so vampire dad, I made a vampire child and they attacked people in the park. What do? And they're like, okay, kill it. What? Kill it. What? Kill it. Oh, fuck. I gotta kill my vampire kid. This is like, let me roll so detailed. Like, true vampires tend to just sound like very old, like just very disgruntled moms and dads because of how they have to deal with their vampire kids. Like, because they'd rather have vampire kids than actual children. So sometimes they'll just be like, okay. So if you ever like, so if you decide you want to be in this world, right? You want to be in my setting, and you decide I want to be a vampire, and I'm like, cool. Who's your vampire dad or mom? You know, there's plenty to choose from. One of my favorite vampires, like she had a bad time. She's a vampire queen. She got caught by mages. She was basically made into she actually is a true vampire, but she was basically they basically got her mother when her mother was pregnant, but her mother basically kind of like, you know, did not survive because of the experimentation, and so she was born, so she was like experimented on by humans. So she's like one of the few true vampires that straight up hates humans. She also hates men. So she only turns women. So there's only women in her vampire family. She's like, where the lesbian vampires go? But like, she hates people. Like, hers is like the only clan that will straight up don't want to have anything to do with you. Like, there's other ones that have vampire queens, but she's the most angry vampire queen. She's also just very cute. Because all the experimentation basically like stunted her growth, even though she's a true vampire. So she's like forever short and she hates it. She doesn't like that she is a short stack. So she's short, she's petite, I don't want to call her a lolly because that's gross. She basically is kind of perma stuck with a, like, looking like she's 16 because of all the experiments done on her when she was like, you know, a vampire baby, you know. But yeah, she is so angry. Being a Sim employee sounds like a cakewalk. Yeah, being a Sim employee is actually pretty easy compared to a lot of this other shit. Like, because the vampires have their rules, mage families have their rules. Shifters, again, they're a union, so they're kind of technically the group that doesn't really rule much of anything. They do have like representatives that they have meetings about, but usually most shifters don't really band together like that most of the time. Like a lot of the werewolves just kind of have their own packs and families and stuff, and most of the and they also like to stay to the countryside. A lot of the wolves tend to live in the countryside, not really inner city that much. But yeah, so that's like, again, and that's obviously not all. You do have some city wolves, obviously. City wolves, city boars, city cats, stuff like that. But yeah, they're a thing. And bears, obviously. We got some city bears. Not your average bear. But yeah. Let's see what else. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, like I said, there's all kinds of stuff that goes on in the state, and again, it's a setting more than a plot story, because I cannot plot to save my life. So shifters are usually on farms, depending on the type of shifter. Yeah, like a lot of the wolf shifters like to be on farms, and a lot of them do run the farmers markets. Not all, but a lot. Can I be in it? I don't need a place to live. I just want to expand the post-death services. Oh my god. It depends. Because again, with the setting, I kind of, it's always like if you want to like write stories about this world, that's fine. But if you want to be like, you know, power scaly weirdo, I'm just gonna ignore you. Just because that pisses me off when you have a cool, vibrant world and all you can think of is, but how do I fight the strongest MacGuffin? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. Why would you want to be like, who looks at this world as made of slice of life and decide I want to fight people in it? Like, and I mean in the I want to conquer the world by punching people kind of way, not the I just want to find, like, you know, like if you want to do that sort of thing, just find another setting. Like, there's another setting I have that's better for that. It's the one that's more fantasy based. That one, like, that has its own set of stuff going on up there. Not Palace Gage's delivery service, sure. I might actually talk about the other settings I have at another time, because there's New Brightston, which is basically Earth. The other one that has an absurd, and I do mean absurd amount of lore, because you think this is a lot of lore. That other world has way more. I call it Alteria, but like, because I can't think of a better name. Alteria has the most lore I have ever made. It is ridiculous. Your setting sounds cozy. I like this. I like the setting because it is cozy. This one, again, just imagine if you're just a magical being, like, for example, let's say you're, let's say you're like yeah, think of something. I love the vibe. Yeah, it's very cute. Like, for example, Johnson from my comic, from Under New Management, Johnson doesn't know this, but he's actually half leprechaun. His dad is a leprechaun. He doesn't know this. He is half fae. His dad came through Parallel Park, had a lovely date with his mom, but it was a one-night stand, and he's just like, you know what, this was nice, but I'm gonna piece it out back to the fairylands. And she's like, but she doesn't quite remember what he was like. So she just kind of remembers it as a very fuzzy but fun one-night stand and doesn't know that she fucked a leprechaun. Because Johnson actually has bad luck. He's cursed with bad luck, and he doesn't know why. But yeah, Johnson just has bad luck powers, but he doesn't know he can do it because he's a half-breed. Like, stuff like that happens where your character, if you were to be in the setting, might be magic and they might not know, or they would know, depending, you know? Sometimes it do be like that. But like, I like stuff like, I like stories like that where it's like, it's still like urban, but like it's cute, where it's like, you know, you could have a one-day adventure and not even realize that's what was going on. Like, for example, there's a little short story I wrote a while ago where a girl's just walking through Parallel Park and she gets lost and is like, okay, I know how to get home. I know how to get home from this park. Why can't I get out of here? And she actually like and it gets dark and she's like, what the fuck? It's like 3 p.m. in like the summer. What's going on? And what ends up happening is she sees little glowy lights and she discovers there's little fairies who are just fucking with her. They're just being like, stupid bitch. And she's like, what are you doing? And they're like, ah, crap. And she's like, I kind of want to go home. They're like, well, what are you gonna give us? And she's like, are you extorting me? They're like, yeah, we gonna do about it. And she's like, I don't think they take money. What do I give these little weirdos? And she just gives them candy and they're like, deal. And then she leaves. And later on, she just kind of recalls walking around the park, seeing something shiny, and wondering where one of her candies went. And just imagine these two little fairies just like, you know, sharing half a candy, being like, yeah, score. Like, stuff like that happens, you know? Like, she doesn't even remember the fairy part. She just remembers being kind of annoyed and being very lost. Also, what conditioner do you use in your hair? Silky smooth. Anyway. But those are the type of stories I want to be able to tell. Just little one-shots that all take place in the same world. And sometimes they're a little bit more serious, but sometimes they're just silly like that, where you just have someone just being like, I'm too tired to understand. I literally had a mysterious encounter. You know? Like, I like stories like that. Or people do go to the Catboy Cafe. Like, technically that's a magical experience, but people don't know that it's magical because they just think these guys are in cosplay. You know? Like, they don't know these guys are literally alchemical chimeras that were created because a lady got bored and she likes sexy dudes. You know? Like, they don't know that. My settings are very weird, and my characters are very weird, you know? Or you literally just have Harvest, who has a traumatic backstory, who's just trying to work at a bookstore, despite the fact he has a freaking evil eyeball. You know? But I like the idea you have the boy with the evil eyeball living in the same place as just adorable cat boys. You know? Chimera or homunculi? Chimera. Because they're not human shaped. Or at least like they're chimera solely because she had to mix animal parts in there for them to look right. My characters are fun? Yay! I'm glad. I like my characters very much. Like, you know, I have a ton. Like, so you guys heard about Old Man Blackbones. You heard about, like, you know, Ethan. I talked about RNA, who's just the chillest Grim Reaper ever. And again, there's like a ton of other people. There's like there's like Marcus, who I love Marcus very much. He's the thing about Marcus is that he got cursed by fairies. They cursed his hair. His hair is the same colors as the bisexual flag. So, and the thing is, he can't dye his hair any other color because he's cursed. That's the only curse he's got, by the way. It's just his hair is the color of the bisexual flag. That's his curse. Because they thought it was funny. So, and the thing is that he works with fairies. Like, he actually works with them. But he's just like, really? They're like, it's funny. Because his hair's supposed to be brown. You can tell you care about your creation. I do. I care about them very much. Because I want these characters to be, like, I want people to kind of feel like they're real. Not super real, you know. But I like the idea, like, my biggest inspiration is Durarara. Because in Durarara, it's a story about a bunch of people just kind of living in the same place and how they all slowly connect to each other. I want to make a story like that too, even if I can't write with the shit. So making this lore dump is the next best thing I can do because I cannot write stories. I can make characters, I have great concepts, but I cannot write stories. So this is honestly the next best thing. My queen nose peak. Yeah. I do like Durarara. And the way they kind of slowly show that these people are not normal at all, but they're all extraordinary in some way, I kind of want to do that with my setting too. That, you know, can you imagine like a really fun story where a person starts working at my company only to slowly discover that their boss is actually Eldritch Dragon, you know? Or someone like, you know, going to the flower shop Wisteria, you know, and they're getting flowers for a funeral, or they're getting flowers for a loved one that passed on, and that loved one has actually been following them all day, worried about them. And RNA sees them, and when the person leaves with the flowers, she basically tells the person that's been haunting that person that, don't worry, they're gonna be okay. You know? Like, oh god, that almost made me sad. Ugh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You know? Little stories like that. I like that. Wait, the boss is now just checking. I thought I heard Durarara. No, not Durarara. Durarara. That's when you know you really don't want to piss off the boss exactly. But like, but I like stories like that. I like little stories of, you know, people just living their lives, and there might be a little bit of magic mixed in. You know, yes, there's some heavier stuff in there, you know, but having just a, like, you know, a cute little story about, you know, maybe getting a book from the haunted bookstore might not have been the best idea. Also, hey kitty, how you doing? How you doing, kitty? How's your day? How's your balls? Also, guess what time it is? Time for the butter. Butter, 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 butter. Butter, 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 butter. Butter, 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 butter. Butter, 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 butter. Oh, I got a butter chin for once. Butter, butter. Anyway. I did. Anyway. I love stories where the environment is the character. Yeah. Like, you know, like, because Parallel Park is just such a cool place because the fairies that live in it. And again, I say fairies as in like pixies or whatever, but all kinds of fairies pop out of there. Leprechauns. My favorite, one of my favorite fae, his name is Fauna. Because there's Flora and Fauna. Fauna is like a dick. Oh, Oh, where do you want the dribble? Where do you want? But like, right on the green square. Oh boy, what are we doing? Playing bingo? Jesus. I'll just copy this one. Copy. Duplicate. Anyway. But yeah, the thing about Fauna is like one of the few dangerous Fae that you could run into. Because he will literally hunt people and kidnap them back to his world. So he has kidnapped people before. And the longer you are in the other world, the harder it is for you to remember where you came from. There's this one character, his name is Elliot. Elliot legitly gets kidnapped by Fauna on the way to school. And he gets kidnapped on the way to school. And like, his best friend thinks he got kidnapped by a creeper. But he's like, oh my god, I lost my best friend. So what ends up happening is like years later, he also gets kidnapped by Fauna. And discovers his best friend has literally just been working for this random witch this entire time. And he's like, oh no. He's just like, wait, who are you? He's like, oh my god, you're my best friend, Elliot. And he's just like, who are you? He's like, don't you remember me? I'm your best friend, like, you know, I think it was like, Davis or something. And he's just like, it's me, Davis. He's like, I don't know who you are. And then he's like, we're like best friends or whatever. And he's like, oh my god, you're right. How long have I been here? Oh god. Like, but yeah, like the, like, and they both try to figure out how to escape this witch's hut so they can get back to the real world, you know? Like stuff like that happens. Fauna's weird. Because what he's doing is he brings stuff back to his wife because it makes her happy. And it's just really funny because he's just kind of like, wifey, look, I brought a random mortal from the other world, isn't it cool? And she's like, it's very cool. And then he just like lets it go. He's like a cat. Fauna's like a cat. There's Fauna, and then there's also, oh god, there's this other creature. I forgot its name. It's a type of fae. It's one of those nameless fae. But it was it heard somebody, they were in the park, and they were kind of like saying like they wish they could have a kid because they just couldn't have a kid. And what this creature did is it literally slowly pulled its own head off and made a kid out of it. Because my rule about fae, just like how my vampires are a little bit different, not extreme, but the way my fae work is that they're all created from one thing, which is actually Flora, the goddess. Flora's a goddess. All of them are actually made from her, but the thing about fae is they are ultimately, if you split a fae in half, it will not die, it'll become two different creatures. That's actually what happens. So, so if you took like a pixie or something and split it apart, it'll literally just turn into two pixies. It'll turn into two smaller pixies, basically, who will have their own minds, everything. They will literally just become two creatures and wonder what the fuck you're doing. You know, that's actually like that's legitly how they work. Like if you ever split them apart, they're, because I like the idea of having an entire being of like, or an entire plane of deathless beings, because death doesn't always work the same way. So this creature thought really hard about becoming human and took its head off, and it became a little boy. And this random couple's like, who just abandons their kid in the park? You know? And they're trying to figure out where this kid came from, and they cannot find anything because he was literally just created. And he's just like, and the thing is, because he got separated from the rest of himself, he doesn't know he's a fey creature. But like, he's haunted by his headless body. So you literally got him slowly growing up, you know, because he still seems human. He's like a changeling, basically. But just, he's slowly growing up, but every once in a while he keeps having this weird dream about this headless creature coming for him, because the rest of his body forgot that it did that, so it keeps trying to get its head back. And It's just kind of like, wait, I should have a head. Where is it? So this kid is being haunted by his own body. I have a weird imagination. Like, yeah, I'd be doing stuff like that. But, yeah. Like I said, this is the world I'm going to be creating in my website. And again, it's just going to be talk about stuff like it's a wiki. Headless horseman like things. Yeah, pretty much. I like this creature because wherever it goes, red flowers sprout. So this kid always knows when this thing's around. Like, it's a very pretty being. It's like, it almost looks like a, you know how centaurs look? Just imagine like a headless body that's very like that, but it's attached to a deer with a long tail. And it's all black, except for like where its head was, where it's like red tuft fur. Also, thank you very much, Chicky. Thank you. It has very long arms, and it's very interesting. I feel like you make great short stories. Yeah, probably. I think short stories are more my thing. I can't do long stories. But yeah, but I like how, like, you know, because this kid, and he's a very nice kid. He's very nice. He tries to be the perfect kid for his parents. His parents love him because they end up just adopting this random child, you know? And he does know a little bit of magic, but again, he does not know he's not human. And it's very interesting when he figures out that thing's actually just his head. Because, well, he's like, he does end up confronting it one day because it won't leave him alone. And he's like, he basically kind of remembers where he came from. And he's like, look, I know you want me back, but I like being like this. You can have me back when I die. And it leaves him alone. He's like, since I'm human right now, you can come and get me when I die. And so, because the thing is, he actually is human, despite him being a fae. It's weird. So when he dies of old age, because he does eventually age and die, the thing comes back to get him, and he just becomes one being again. You know? And I'm just like, that's creepy, but also kind of sweet. You know? I like stories like that. Anyway. I'm gonna stop yapping now and get you guys and probably figure out somebody to rate. Sorry I talk so much about my lore. Or the lore of the world. I just really like world building. I have a problem. I really find somebody to rate. Let's see. Who should I rate? So I wasn't able to get to The Sims. I'll probably see if I could do it next week. Sim yapping this. Yeah. Let's see, who am I gonna write? What do you mean no keep yapping? But yeah, like I said, and this is just one of, there's actually, how do I explain this? There's 3 major settings and 3 minor settings. So each setting, and they're all connected to each other. Like technically, if you were creative enough, you could travel between each world. Like for example, if you go through Parallel Park, you could get to the other world, and if you go through the other world, you could eventually get to Alteria, stuff like that. So but each world has a mirror. The mirror to this world is actually called Old Port. I had an old comic about it actually. Old Port is a city that used to exist, and the city no longer exists because it's now on this really weird half plane, because a cult, not the same cult that summoned me, but a different cult, summoned an eldritch creature. RNA got rid of it, but it was already kind of halfway here. So what happened is when she banished it, it took a part of this world with it. So you literally just have this chunk of the world that's just stuck in a weird void, with the people in it. Your yapping is great. Yes. And the fun thing about Old Port is that you can actually get to Old Port through this city. There's some back alleys that are completely dark, and if you're not paying attention, basically the location of or the gateway to Old Port flickers a little bit. So because technically Old Port is on top of New Brightston, so it's technically on top. It's like weirdly overlapping with this city, so it kind of flickers every once in a while, and you can end up trapped there. The difference between New Brightston and Old Port is completely devoid of color. There is no color. Even the people like lose their color. Everything is just colorless because everything's gone. The only thing that has color are people's eyes, but that's it. people's eyes are the only thing that have color. And it's also full of Eldritch monsters! Yay! The reason I know about it is because Marcus is stuck there right now. That's why Harvest can't find him, because Marcus is stuck in Oldport. He's just like, fuck! How'd I get here? He's just like, well, crap. So Marcus is currently trapped in Oldport right now. And he's trying to figure out how to get out of there. Because it's full of Eldritch nonsense. That's like the most HP Lovecraft-esque setting I have. Oldport is basically Arkham. You know, Arkham from HP Lovecraft lore. Arkham is basically what I use as a basis for Oldport. So a bunch of Eldritch bullshit happens there. People are trying to escape there, as well as get more people to come there. They're trying to revive their dead god. It's fun times. There's a guy who's trapped there. His name is Wyatt. He's funny. The funny thing is Wyatt is actually connected to me, but I'm not gonna say how. No, he's not my kid, but he's actually connected to me, and he's kind of the only way you might be able to get out of there. But yeah, some people will walk through there and not realize that they were in Oldport, stuff like that. It's very unpredictable, but once you're kind of stuck there, it's very hard to get back out. It's like a luck of the draw type of situation, you know? But yeah, there's actually a cult that worships me. That's the one that Daniel's ahead of. It's called the Starry Void cult. But yeah, because I like Starry Wisdom sect, and I'm like, you know what, Starry Void, there you go. That's my cult. I don't know what they do half the time, but Daniel does. So, but yeah, but I like little things like that where you can technically isekai yourself from one world to the other, you know. And then there's Hokunabasho, which is my yokai inspired world, basically. It's its own thing. It's very much my weeb dream over there. It's super weeby. That one also has very complicated lore. But yeah, there's like, I don't know. I like that all my worlds connect to each other. Like, you literally could, if you are not careful, end up falling from one to another and not know how to get back. Like, it's very unpredictable. The amount of people who accidentally end up in the other world is really funny, where they just end up over there, or people end up coming back over here, you know, and becoming like, you know, half altar beast or some shit. I don't know. Stuff like that. But anyway, now I'm gonna actually find somebody to raid because I actually getting kind of tired. Let's see. But thanks so much for joining me today. This is very fun. We are going to raid. Who am I gonna raid? Oh, my lungs. Oh god. Who should I raid? Who should I raid? Let's see. So let's spend all this time talking about the lore. How about, let's see. Have I rated Cardo? I don't think I've rated Cardell in a while. Cardone. Have I rated Cardell in a while? I don't think I have. Thanks for streaming. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed my hilarious loreness. I know it's a lot of bullshittery, you know. Raid. But it's something that's very near and dear to my heart, just because I just really do like world building a lot. It's just really fun for me, you know. So semicolon is like, I need somebody to help glorify God. Stretch your arms out, open up your mouth, and say it anyway. I cannot with you, I swear. Let me get this. So we're gonna raid Cardell. Okay. Raid Cardell. But yeah, this was actually a lot of fun. Thank you very much for just letting me yap about just general lore. Again, I love me some world building. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I love world building. It is super fun for me. Like, it's my passion. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get this stuff out again. If you want to make stuff in my world, you can. Just remember, if you get Waffle Stompy, I'm gonna ignore you. Also, thank you very much, Fatal Error 0101. Welcome in. I'm about to raid, but thank you so much for stopping by. I do hope you have a very good day. You can also get your badge at the front desk. Yeah, and don't worry, like also the company, the Enigma company does have its more lore to itself as well. I just haven't worked on it yet because I have too much time on my hands. But again, thank you so much everybody for stopping by. If you are watching from YouTube VOD Gang, don't forget to like and subscribe. No problem. I hope you have a beautiful, awesome, amazing, glorious, lovely life and chat too. Thank you so much, honey. I do hope you can join us next time. I stream again this Friday. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and shoo you on over, but thank you so much for joining me today. Like and subscribe. I don't know. Bye, everybody. Love you very much. Later. Bye. Okay.